One. Welcome everybody to Friday Night D&D. I'm so happy to be here. I hope you are too. With me is Rigsaw Fazbear.
Hey guys.
Gintry Voice Caller.
Howdy.
Balasar.
Hello.
And Griglock Borblock.
Greetings and salutations.
My name's Nate, and we are doing an adaptation of Hoard of the Dragon Queen here in our world of Calabris. Present time, the party is in the depths of the Dreshmore morass at a castle Neritar, fighting, I believe, in the bowels of a castle ran by a cult that is
evil.
What is the cult doing, guys? Do any of you know
They're
What the cult is doing?
raiding
They were
towns
collecting
for treasure. They're raiding towns. They weren't just collecting treasure. They were raiding towns,
Yeah.
pillaging and stealing a bunch of treasure, and bringing it, I guess, supposedly to this black dragon, sitting on top of a small treasure hoard. When we look through the telescope thingy. Alright.
So once we last played, you guys had been sneaking about parts of the castle, but decided to come down back to the depths of the basement, which is swampy in nature. If
Very wet
you're
and
all
moist.
present, it looks like you all are. The goal was to go where Milwaukee and Greeblock surfaced once a while ago to in an attempt to find you guys, but it was just kind of a shit bank in a shit dungeon. And when I say shit, it's just frog shit.
It could look. That way leads to a cliff with a crane. We should probably go the other way.
Yeah.
I believe that we were trying to go to that area where the black ooze was because of how remote it was.
Oh, are we going to go to Black Ooze, or are we going to go
Yeah.
to the shoreline over here?
No, the Milwaukee would agree that up there would work well. Much less frog shit. You just didn't think of it.
Okay.
So it's an athletics check to get up there, my friends.
Yeah. I mean, does he still have the ability to cast Dimension Door up there? It
Yeah.
would probably be easier than making us all fail our checks.
Yeah, he can dimension door 3 times and then just ride the current down to pick another jackhammer up.
That's not necessary. That is not necessary.
I thought that anyone within within 5 feet.
Anyone, I believe. Anyone.
It is indeed any one person of equal or lesser size, but that is not necessary. I am capable of bringing more than myself in regards to getting there with ease.
Right on. So, what is it that you're gonna do?
I have access to Dimension Door.
Dimension door as well, my friend. All right. So the two of us
That or I can also fly.
can get everybody but Balasar, who can swim his way up.
Okay.
Or if you really want,
No, I swim.
aka Malaki, will.
I swim pretty well.
grab you.
Yeah. better than I do, anyways.
It is well within your ability to swim up there with ease. Just attach that token for your character to a sheet. Your character sheet, excuse me.
Just didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, under Avatar.
I know that there was a black pudding up here that I don't believe that he had destroyed.
Yeah, so I'm on guard right now, looking
yeah.
around. My sword is drawn. I have my shield at the ready. I'm just... Yep.
Everybody roll perception checks, I guess.
Okay.
I am blind.
I noticed quite a few details as far as I can tell.
I see a few things.
Wrong. There we go. He probably doesn't see much. Ooh.
Actually, I'm gonna switch to my dagger. I'll have my dagger out instead.
Oh, did we lose
Sorry about that, guys. I had lag and I had to refresh.
That's okay. So, if lag's a problem, you don't have to use your camera. Let's see. From the direction that I am pointing, you would see from within the currents a black, oily substance to invade the crystalline clear water that pours from up here. It is devoid of any contaminants, as the frogs don't make it up here. You would indeed, Greelock, see the ooze that attacked Ekalim, aka Mulaki, begin to form below the water. Go ahead, everyone, as it forms into existence to attack Yerzas's roll initiative.
Starting off real strong.
just get all the bad rolls out. It's okay.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Is Odo...
Block, Borglock.
Dodo just gonna sit by and watch?
Yeah, Odo would have come up here courtesy
Oh,
of...
he's there. That was just...
Travel for two. But yes, I am going to do some fun things.
Pardon?
I'm thinking, give me moments. Yes, I am simply going to shout at him. You insolent swine of ever-living mass, die!
Awesome.
Kyle, I'm getting mouse clicks from you.
Sorry, it's
You
loud.
always will get mouse clicks from Kyle.
Okay.
And typing from Nate. It's okay.
Sorry.
But it's
Because you have
part
that
of the
Yeti that
experience.
picks everything.
It is part of the experience, man. You just have to enjoy it.
Just realized no one else could see the black pudding. There we go.
time you introduce.
Let's see. Does a 15 hit Mulaki? No. Gen 3. It's your go.
I have not yet used my Hexblade's Curse today. So, I'm going to pop that. Just so that we can finish this a little bit quicker. And... boom! Good roll. Off the bat.
Solid.
22 damage from your Skull of Silica. Is that... oh, that is plus your Hex.
Yes, I have
Awesome.
everything all calculated into it. Unfortunately, you can only put 2 little boxes.
Oh, sorry, that's fine.
I will activate my Dagger of Venom and stand here.
When did you get a Dagger of Venom?
I've had one for quite a while.
Grilla. Oh, we're missing Odos and Barty,
Mm-hmm.
who failed to roll initiative because I'm running a lot of dudes tonight.
I've never really used a dagger because it takes a full action to activate it, and then I just sit around.
He's gonna go with Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
Why does it always do that with this shit? Oh, it's blank.
Good such rolls with attack.
All right,
Yep.
Kyle, do you want to run this guy for me?
Sure.
He's in good hands. All right, you're all set.
I am proficient with
It's your
doing
makeup turn.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go with. Yeah, let's go with that. Let us go with Toll the Dead because it is a solid contour. But it is indeed blank. That is terrible. That is
So
literally
3d12, and I have to make a Wisdom save. I know how that works.
that is awful and painful that he did not finish his shoot.
Roll 3d12.
Boom.
Nifty dice bag up 20 points of necrotic damage.
As the bell tolls. But that's good for your box. That was Odo.
Pseudopod will hit Mulaki.
You're
Hold on.
skipping green block.
That was Odo going. Now it's Greylock's turn.
Oh shit! No, yeah, you're right. No, Odo was having a makeup turn. Excuse me.
Because I insult the swine
So
again.
Greylock went, and then yes.
Now Odo did Toll of the Dead. Now Greylock's going with him. I'm assuming Dissonant
okay.
Whispers
Go ahead,
or
Gino.
something.
I shall insult him once again. The ever-living puddle of muck and... Yes, I'll leave it with that.
He succumbs to the effects of your insult. What is your insult?
An ever-living muck that should not be upon this earth.
Oh, there's the damage. I missed it. All right. In 3.
I see this ominously
you
quivering
watch
ooze.
as Ikelim is attacked by this oily black substance I think he has magical armor. Nope. You see his armor become deteriorated by the effects of the attack.
Oh no. Did I notice if my last attack was less effective than it should have been? It just seemed like it wasn't as effective.
Just barely less effective.
Okay.
More than half of the damage went through.
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna do it again. Whap!
All right,
Take
go ahead
this.
and describe this killing
Gonna
blow.
like get a nice spinning wind up, and then whap right on top of the ooze pile, splattering it everywhere.
And you
Reveling in
splatter
the
it
ooze.
everywhere. But due to the fact that it has immunity to the lightning damage, it comes back together, forming what would otherwise be a killing blow.
Of course it would.
But it seemed as if that 19 lightning damage did nothing.
Damn lightning resistance.
Immunity.
Odo Zimbardi, Master
Yeah.
Wizard,
Immunity.
your turn is brought to you by Skittles.
Taste the rainbow. In my mouth.
No.
No, it would be, but it's not really.
Do you get Skittles pox? Like the commercial? Is that
Someone wants to-
contagious?
Odo Zimbardi?
Yes, I was thinking.
You
But
saw
it must-
this black
It must
ooze
happen.
get splattered into multiple existences from the blunt force trauma of Ginthry's blow. But after the electric static effect was finished, it came back into form. What do you do?
So is there one or two?
Just the one ooze.
Then a wall of fire. The damage shot going towards the ooze, of course. Really? Really?
Cantrip or something. What are you doing?
Wall of fire.
Oh, screw you. Chwa.
Well, that damage destroys it.
Woo!
Congrats.
Black ooze down.
I just look down at my dagger that is oozing poison. Black poison. I was like, well, maybe in another 3 months. And then I just put it away.
Or tomorrow. You each gain
How-
220 experience. Go ahead and mark that.
Sweet. How long does the poison last on the dagger?
1 minute.
Hmm. So just like prep it before you go into combat
In anticipation. Yeah.
in anticipation of using it.
Hold on, guys.
Alright, so 220 gives me 453.
If I take another look around to see if I can find any other weapons or maybe treasure or corpses around that this thing may have taken out? Can I do that?
Sure.
What would you like? Perception or investigation?
Invest. As you dig about the muck. You don't really discover anything.
Okay. Goes
Guys,
down
did you
over here.
know that M&M's made strawberry peanut butter M&M's?
I did not.
Like peanut butter jelly M&Ms.
Well, it has strawberry like flavor, and there's a peanut in there, like a regular peanut M&M.
That's just weird.
It's delicious. It tastes like a peanut butter jelly M&M. Does anyone else want to search about, or what are you gonna do in the meantime as you long rest? You're not just sleeping.
I'm going to review.
I do apologize for cutting off. Go ahead. I apologize for cutting you off. Goes ahead.
No, I was talking to myself. Sorry.
I have set up my lovely tiny hut that you may all enter or exit as you wish.
Love me a tiny hut. Love it.
I will ask Odo to use predigestation on me to clean me up for whatever blood, sweat, whatever else I have on me. I don't know, do Dragonborns even sweat? I don't know. Just clean me up from combat.
I don't think lizards sweat.
No. So, just clean up, I guess, the blood or whatever other funk and muck had gotten between my armor, and then I'm gonna go sit down somewhere clean.
You think a wizard of my prowess is going to clean you? I don't bother preparing.
You can
such
either
much
clean me or you can
mundane
smell
stuff.
me. That's your
I
choice.
I just start casting predigestation like as many times as it takes to make sure he's clean. Just spamming
I'm
it.
not
Just like
bother preparing such spells of ill repute and worthlessness. If I cannot kill something with it, pathetic.
Normally I would agree. I am more of a fan of flashy spells myself. I am
As
so
am
fabulous.
As am I. There, my friend there, get through. As am I.
So I'm gonna just go
That's what
find
the
a
issue was.
dryish rock or something to sit on and just, I don't know, take a look around. Maybe sharpen my sword, but I don't know. I'll find something to do. I'll play chess with myself. I can do that.
Play chess with yourself. Nobody. Milwaukee would play chess with you.
Oh, I'll play chess against Milwaukee. Is playing chess an intelligence thing or a wisdom thing?
Yes.
Both.
All skill checks basically on how you're trying to use the skill.
Well,
Oh, if you were really good at reading people, it could be a charisma thing.
Or you could use your intelligence to outsmart them.
But Milwaukee will use his wisdom.
To play cleverly.
And burn a bardic inspiration.
Can
We
you
secretly
borrow
give
that?
Balasar some bardic inspiration.
I like that.
To contest.
Here's D6. Yay!
So you know who won that. Go ahead and roleplay it.
Okay. So
I'm gonna yell check as Milwaukee.
and I am going to use my bishop, which Mulaki did not see, to take the queen, which put me into check. So, Helen, got you.
Damn.
After a few other moves, I'll end up sacrificing my queen, luring out one of your rooks, and yell out, checkmate.
Well, if it wasn't for Ginthry watching over my shoulder, I may have had you there.
Maybe.
I just like waggle my fingers at him, and I'm like, woo!
Man, he gives you a stink eye. And then goes back and is like, well, it's the first time I've ever played. I did okay. Above average, maybe.
You did well. We will play again. So
Yeah,
I
thanks
will.
for showing me that game. I'm always trying to learn, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Carry it around me because it's fun to play. And I will probably continue throughout the night keeping watch. Or day, I don't know what time it is. Like mid-afternoon, right?
You guys wouldn't even necessarily to do watch, given the safety in your circumstance.
Well, yeah, but Balasar has nothing better to do because he's not going to sleep.
You have running water. You have a magical tent that you can get in and out of. You have
I have to check Xanthar's.
an alarm spell from the Odo. I would say you could potentially put it on the water flow.
I mean,
Arcane traditions.
I could continue playing chess with whoever else is up at the time, but other than that,
nonetheless, you would undoubtedly be able to take a long rest here, and it would be quite safe.
yay, long rest. I love long. Give me back everything.
Would I be able to use my Artesian's Blessing to repair Malaki's armor? Since I noticed that it got damaged. I know it's not exactly the flavor of what it is, but it is an item worth less than 100 gold.
Yeah, it's mundane. So Malaki's armor, all of the studs corroded and fell out. So that would be the material you would have to replace. Also, the leather would needed to be mended. I'm sure somebody around here has a mending spell.
I do.
And that would be enough to reform the leather.
Okay, well. Mending!
Boom. So you do your thing.
I do a little bit of hand buffing just to make it look nice. Boom.
It's as nice as it's ever been.
Shiny armor.
So you guys have a nice long rest.
I feel great.
I am
Who's making what for breakfast?
ready to go. Not really much of a cook.
Don't really need to eat much.
And I don't think we want to start a fire.
The members of the guild would remember the good food from the guild hall. And miss it probably at this point.
Do miss it a little bit. It's pretty nice.
Probably should have had some.
the food for a day.
No, we were there for a week.
Nearly a day
I
compared
miss
to
my drakes.
compared to the years I had with it.
Cute
Did
little
Sori
things.
used to cook for us? I think Sori used to cook for us.
Yeah, and I think JVD would fight with Sori over what to make.
So, gents, what would you do from here?
Well, feeling much better and fully rested, I say we head back upstairs and destroy us some frogs.
Speaking of frogs, where are my minions? They're still on like man for like 16 hours.
Oh yeah, the 3 other frog
They were
people.
supposed to. They were supposed to go and fight those other frog people, right?
That was the original plan, but we had them follow us.
Right. They're still defending themselves, which they thought was a part of us. And just kind of camping out what is their home. But should some danger come to you within their immediate vicinity, yeah, they'll help. I think they were just right up the way. Or...
All right. Well, we can head back upstairs if you guys eat your rations or whatever you have with you. For those who need to eat.
Weird lizard man who neither sweats nor eats nor sleeps.
Yeah.
Are you even human? I say
No.
human in the terms of like living. Are
Or
you sure you're like alive?
I answer back in Draconic knowing that you can't speak it. I could just go, no, Gen 3, I am not human.
And I speak in Abyssal saying, ha ha ha, I can speak languages too.
So guys, do you dimension door out of this hole, or swamp water ride down through the hole?
Well, I'm not opposed to doing the swamp water ride because it would probably benefit us to not smell clean.
We were looking like bullywogs when we went up there, and I think the smell of us made the drakes happy. So, swamp ride it is.
I feel like Odo would not find pleasure from a swamp ride.
I don't think anyone would get pleasure out of Swamp Ride.
It's at this point that Ikelum says that he would like to retire, as he stated last week, to return to the guild house and send in news to the guild of what has happened and get someone of appropriate measure to assist you.
Kalapa.
We will thank Lockley/Igalum for his help and wish him safe travels.
Grelok, can you portal out of here with your magic circle to a circle that you are aware of?
Any circle I'm aware of. There is a circle
So, you could get Malaki back to Titan's Gate, like,
Yep.
ASAP, right?
like, give me a minute. Done.
Alright, so that's gonna happen.
Foop, foop, foop.
I guess. I don't know if it's gonna cost you a spell slot for that, I apologize.
It's a 5th level spell, it's not that big a deal. I don't really cast a lot of spells of higher level. Speaking of, though, after traipsing down, it would probably be best to bring up my seeming again.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Kyle.
It may be best to bring up my seeming again.
Oh, yeah. The seeming.
It's where we may enjoy our appearance of sorts.
There we go.
So, what does everyone wish to look like for the next 8 hours?
We can look like bullywogs since we're going upstairs, and that worked last time.
I mean, you really only have to disguise Balasar. Me and Odo can use
so I don't-
our own disguises.
I don't count.
Well, yourself and me.
Yeah, I mean, you and Balasar. Those are the only two you need to really worry about. I just kind of like flick through a couple disguises, and I'm like, I don't really.
Oh,
Not saying I don't
Layers
appreciate
of
it.
disguises are not a bad thing.
Alex, I forgot to make mention of like a dream that you had. Just gonna mention it to you. I don't know if we should do this. I'll do this another night that you rest.
Okay.
You had a dream that you're gonna have a future dream.
Oh,
Shit.
Incoming transmission from my deity / patron.
slash shit. Shit. Yes, but
It's okay. I had a real life dream, and guess what? I got stabbed in the stomach with a rusty knife.
That's
It was a
fine.
very uncomfortable dream.
those who of the three of us, of the four of us rather, have the lowest hit points?
Probably Odo?
What's his hit points?
I am not sure.
86 from the sheet.
I have 92.
I must have rolled like crap. Well,
Why
no,
did
you
you-
guys are. They are a level higher than me.
That's
Yeah,
why I
there's
take
also that.
I take the average. Though again, I do have 113 hit points.
I'm running with the lowest.
Then I am going to death ward both myself, yourself, and Odo.
By the way, Giblet, since you haven't been introduced yet, there is a house rule. If you roll for your hit points and you roll below your Constitution modifier, you get to re-roll.
Oh. Okay.
This is true. Also, Frozen, your character, Avrigsa Fazbear, would be interrupted by Mlaki some minutes after waking on a morning of guild business, being the first person Mlaki could find to tell of this situation. Other guildmates under siege, needing help underneath the castle, yada yada. I think we all know where the story is.
So, feeling obligated.
And he would quest you on behest of the guild to assist Ginthri, Balasar, Odo Zimbardi, and Greeblock, Borblock, all guild members.
So I'm going there. I'm just gonna run out.
They're gonna magic circle you, or actually they're gonna have to get somebody to teleport you.
Mhm. I have no magic.
Yeah, so the guild docent, who is, I believe, what is his name? The Dragonborn? The Dragonborn that we were working on?
I'm trying to remember his name now. One sec. I'll tell you here in a second.
Well, the Dragonborn guild docent that we all know and love teleports you in to the known location, but I believe that spell calls for a couple of dice rolls because he doesn't know the exact location.
Couldn't he
But
use
Milwaukee
scrying?
does.
Percentile.
He could also use scrying, right? Scry on the
Scry-
party first. He's met us all.
Scrying, sending, scrying, teleport.
Oh, right. His name is Sir Morbo Manser.
Yeah, the lovely combo of sending, scrying, teleport, are almost necessary.
So by
when,
by sending him ascending, this guild docent, would that make him
it will let
at
him
least have a
whoever-
description?
No, so you use sending to send whoever send someone a message. Whoever, doesn't matter who, to someone they know, to not resist the upcoming scrying, and then they scrying, they don't resist, they automatically you get to see the
Oh,
location that
right.
they are
Okay,
in.
yeah,
And
so
then,
he'll
teleport now.
scry on you guys.
Now it's a known location.
Well, I mean, you've seen it casually. I don't know if you'd be like super familiar.
No, it's enough to where it affects the roll. It's not
Right.
guaranteed.
Very familiar is a place you've seen very often, a place you've carefully studied, a place you've seen can see when you cast the spell. Seen casually is a place you've seen once, possibly using magic. So a 33% chance of a mishap.
So it'll be around the area.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me the percentile die. My frozen gib. Here's the dice bag in case you need one.
And what am I rolling? A D20 here.
Oh, shit.
Well, that was a D20, not a D100.
Oh. Yeah, roll a D100.
Oh, apologize. 98.
There you go.
Lands on someone, it's so direct.
That pebble right there, yeah, I was aiming for that.
Pretty much. So if you've attached a piece of artwork, oh yeah, I see that you have. Boom. Right next to reblock. Your guy looks like a cowboy.
Giddy up, little pony.
He likes his
Harrison
leather
for
jackets.
Jord?
Oh, it's a triangle hat.
That is a triangle hat.
Never mind. It's awesome. He looks like a Minuteman.
I was actually looking for a Minuteman.
Close enough.
Hmm.
Because I got it. So.
Nice. Hello, fellow guild members. I have arrived to help you in your time of need. Whatever you need, just ask. My name is Rigsaw. As he bows and gestures fondly to his guild members.
I imagine this is before I left over here, so
Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't really
Hopefully.
matter. It would have been at least an hour, given
Yep.
that Mulaki would have magic circled into the town of Titan's Gate
Hmm.
and then made haste.
And I was already in the guild.
Probably a haste spell. Whoops, sorry. Is there anything that you count a lot, Rigsaw, with, like, I don't know, battle mastery dice or anything like that?
Let's see.
Are you a champion or?
I am just a battle master.
Oh, you are. Yeah. So how many battle mastery dice do you have?
3.
3. That's what we'll use for your blue statistic on your token. Go ahead, drop me another Rigsaw onto the battlefield just to make sure that your token's appropriate. Booyaka.
Is anybody else coming down the water? You've had over an hour to eat now.
I was preparing spells.
yeah, I'm just gonna give up on that light.
So it looks like we're all going down the waterway.
It's going to take another 6 hours.
So now it should be in the middle of the night.
Not necessarily.
If it was about mid-afternoon, we had a long rest. It's early into the night or midnight. Because when we first arrived at the castle, it was morning. Dawn. Then we fought quite a bit. We had a short rest at one point. We explored the castle.
Did we take a short rest? Oh, we
Yep.
did right before we went upstairs.
Yep.
So I am pretty damn confused about what you guys are trying to do. So you're gonna take another rest? Am I
No.
hearing that?
No, just trying to
No.
figure out what time of day it is, and I think it's early
morning.
into the night. No. We arrived at the castle in the morning, we fought. We...
Until about midnight.
Really? We
That's what I
fought all
remember.
day? I thought we fought just for a couple of hours, took a short rest, explored the castle, so it'd be early afternoon, and then we would come take a long rest. And then we would wait another hour after the long rest for the teleportation circles and whatnot.
I mean, the long rest doesn't have to be 8 hours. It can be longer than 8 hours.
Yeah,
No.
it's just I was just trying to figure out what we're expecting going up. Is it
No, yeah, I mean, it's kind of up to you guys at this point when you want to get up off your adventuring duffs. But after 8 hours, your magical tent would go away.
I think it would be better if we operate in daylight due to at least Odo not having some sort of natural dark vision.
I don't have natural dark vision either. So
Or
Same.
you.
fine.
And if we take a long rest, or just rest at all, I could give you guys my Gourmand, and you guys have some extra temporary hit points for 24 hours.
I would love eating some delicious food for hit points.
You brought guilty snacks for the
I
road?
did, indeed. Small packs of ration food that I can cook up in my grizzly-looking little pot.
Ooh, grizzly looking pot? What is it, made of like a skull or something?
Yes, it is a beast, a kobold
What can you
skull.
do with giant frog legs?
Yeah. If you will get me some frog legs, I'll make some frog legs for you guys.
I mean, there's probably some over in that room. I mean, they're probably already cooked though.
Mm.
Fireballs and such.
Recooked is always
Or
good.
burnt. Or just burnt to shit.
So you are all in this dank cave, spending a quiet amount of time in there. Using prestidigitation to stay clean from the muck, I suppose.
I'm not. I'm just like, let it seep into me.
We did it before we went to sleep, but since we've been up, we don't mind being dirty.
Yeah. If I'm awake, I don't mind being dirty.
Well, what is it that you're doing here?
Waiting for the rest of the party to come through the water. And
Yep.
trying to figure out, so we agreed it's morning time, so...
Gablop. How many hit points would we get from your gourmand abilities there, Rigsaw?
It'd be 2 extra hit point dice for the whole party.
Ooh,
'Cause there's
2
a-
extra hit dice.
Yep.
Nice.
So we just add that to our pool of hit dice.
No,
No.
it becomes temporary hit points.
Oh.
And that's after a long rest.
Which means when you gain 3 temporary hit points, you don't really gain 3 temporary hit points
Until
until you
my other
reduce
ones are-
to less than 3.
Yeah. So I'm
Temporary.
gonna go ahead and roll those.
You
Oh.
you only have one source of temporary hit points.
Yep.
You'd use whatever's higher.
Well, his stuff will be higher. Alright.
So how many hours have you guys been resting?
Almost 12?
Yeah. Pretty
12,
close to
12 or more, I think.
I wouldn't say 12.
I would actually say more than 12, actually. Because we arrived at the castle in the morning. We only spent a couple of hours fighting, had a short rest, explored the castle. Maybe that took another hour or two. That would put us in early afternoon, so... We've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some time.
Surprised
Alright.
that we didn't hear anyone like come searching for us.
Well, there's
Down here.
a complete plugged waterfall. And you did hear some sounds of movement, but it's indiscernible through the waterfall.
Okay. Do we want to just head back upstairs and see what we got
Yep.
to work with?
I'm good following you guys.
Oh,
Alright.
so you should be using your spell, Greylock, to make our human friend look like a frogman, like us.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am Le Frogman.
Seeming a death ward is on myself. Is there everyone save Ginthry and Rigsaw has a death ward for the next 8 hours.
Sweet.
Okay.
Are those tents out there? I did not realize there were tents out there.
Wait. Can I not?
They're like wicker, like tribal huts. Yeah.
All right.
I can't see what is going.
I lost track of myself there for a sec.
Map is kind of like grayed out or something, and I put down my token and I can like select it, but I can't see it.
That's really weird. I would suggest reloading. I don't know if I can help you with that.
Okay. So I am here.
Is it working for you?
It is working. I can see things. So where's this dragon that we're looking at?
We do not know.
We haven't gone out there yet.
And I'm trying to proposition everyone to help me get some frog legs. To see if I could maybe make a stew of it for the guild.
Sounds delicious.
Hmm.
You know, we've had black dragon egg before. It was pretty good.
I don't want to talk about it.
Of course, I can't carry a
Oh,
lot.
you know what? Actually, you're a cook.
Yeah.
You keep talking about food.
Hmm.
I am going to give you the Book of Freakish Delights.
Hell yeah!
So this was written by a person named Scree, who's a lizard folk, and in it you'll find recipes for stuff like cooking
Really?
dragon eggs. Because why
Really
not?
interesting recipes.
In the back of the book, there's a section on human.
Yes!
So yeah, have fun with that. 'Cause
cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
I paid for it, so I wasn't gonna throw it away. But I don't think I'm using it.
I could make definitely good use of it. Thank you, good sir. Thank you
Alright,
for this beautiful book.
If I remember correctly, there's drakes into this room over here, guarding the center tower that we went up. And there was a bunch of frog people or shaman-looking guys out in the courtyards. Let's just, where do you guys want to go?
Do we maybe want to take that stairwell down here at the bottom and see what we can find?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with
Because we
you.
already kind of looked out in the courtyard.
Yep. So as I walk down the hallway at a okay pace, I'm gonna take a look outside the windows to see if or the arrow holes or whatever, see if anything has changed.
Nope.
Okay.
This goes up.
We will
Okay,
go
so
up.
We're going upstairs.
Up we go.
Indeed.
Alright.
Truly, this place is beautiful in its design.
It's a little worn out.
Of course, that he twists his fingers in the air, brings out its bravado, shows its luster.
So I believe this room is just a bakery. It's pretty small, and it doesn't connect. It's a pantry. It keeps things like flour and of that nature here.
Ooh.
Can I make a
Well-
search for maybe more ingredients that I can maybe pilfer? Maybe little samples of new things that they have here?
I have a small chest of holding,
Heck yeah.
which
Let's
is like
pilfer.
my lock box of holding.
So there's like 100 pounds of flour here.
I don't need that much.
Maybe like 10 pounds, 15 pounds.
About 10 pounds. That would be really
All
neat.
right. Well, give me a sec. I'm just
There's a
gonna
couple good things I can use that for.
unlock it and then shove the flour in there.
10-pound sacks. How many of them are you gonna grab?
Just one.
Yep.
I don't think we need
We don't
any
need more.
than that.
There's also cooking oil, some cheese.
I need those.
Roll an investigation. I haven't seen anybody do that yet.
Oh, yeah. You can do that. Not so good, Bob.
Riggs, you find some wine
Hell yeah.
hidden amongst the cooking oils.
Rummaging around. Peter! We're gonna have some French frog legs tonight, boys. Get some.
So some wine and oil.
Yes, flour, oil,
Cooking oil.
Ooh.
Olive oil.
All right.
make some fried frog legs.
Just like a couple of bottles.
So only 2 people rolling investigations. Anyone else want to sniff around the kitchen?
I sniff around, but I doubt I find anything.
I had a 1 investigation. I'm surprised I got that good.
Oh, that was perception. Oh, that was.
Mm,
Oh no, yeah, okay, I rolled a little bit better.
Hmm.
I don't know what I thought I did.
You smell something good.
Ooh.
Something that's not flour or wine. You can't figure out where it's coming from. But it smells like bacon.
Bacon.
And eventually, the orc finds it in a box that was marked flour.
Smoked bacon.
Here,
Where's
put
that?
it in the box.
This is
We'll
a
save it for later.
Indeed. We needed that.
7 pounds.
Ooh,
7 pounds of bacon.
Ah.
some heavy bacon.
So do the stairs continue going up?
I do not believe so. Let me double check. They do actually, excuse me.
Well, let's get up there
Up
and
we
see what
go!
else they got.
Up, and away.
Came here to dismantle a cult and we're raiding their pantry.
I can help
Again,
myself.
Hey,
only dried
You
food
cannot
are
fight
kept here.
crime. You cannot fight crime on an empty stomach.
Indeed. And with a good cook, everyone needs a good meal.
Only dried goods are kept here, guys.
Only dried goods at the
Fine.
next floor.
Yeah, you can investigate the dried goods if you want to.
Yes.
Do it.
It's obvious that there's more flour, sugar. You find dried fruits and dried vegetables.
Just take a little bit of everything, I guess.
Did another investigation. See if I can get anything out of that.
Say
Right,
like what?
roll.
Like take like 10 pounds of dried fruits.
Yeah, definitely. And that is
Yes.
a lot considering it's dried.
And then what else?
Fruit.
What else was?
Vegetables, sugar, and more flour. No water carried upstairs.
I'll take 10 pounds of vegetables, veggie tables, and 10 pounds of sugar.
Good, good. I'm all gawking at everything that's being placed into this box. I'm like, ooh, what can I make?
It's all natural. It's all natural.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff.
It's organic. That's the word I was thinking of. It's
What are you
all
guys
organic.
doing? Going downstairs?
All
What are
organic.
you guys doing?
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna go
if
back
there's-
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Nothing
nothing
I'm
else
playing
for
in the
us.
pantry.
All right.
Alright. So
Well,
courtyard, or do we go somewhere
I
else?
feel like we go. Or at least
Courtyard.
take a peek into the courtyard. You know.
Let's see what's in the courtyard. Oh no.
There's some frog peoples
Fresh frog people.
and a
Uh,
Um,
I come
that a
over to Greylock and
priest or a cultist
Yeah.
or something.
say, Greylock, none of us speak Bullywog.
Rip.
I never said I turned you into bullywugs. You said that.
Just,
Well, that's lame to say.
Odo.
Because now you guys can turn into whatever, even though you said bullywugs? Come on, what the hell do you guys look like? That's
That's
terrible.
what we were last
I look
time.
like a bullywog. I look like a bullywog. And
We
I
were
know
all
that
bullywogs
Odo,
last time.
I know that Odo can cast comprehend
Alright,
language.
nobody's seen you yet, so figure that shit out right now.
I'm a bullywog. All froggy.
Greylock, I'm kind of relying on you.
You're
So,
one in the chat if you're a bullywug.
what are we turning into, Greylock?
Bully.
It would have been the previous form you were in.
Bullywog.
It was bullywog. But
It was the more or less slave mass-produced book.
yeah, it was the half dragon looking bullywogs.
Yeah, the bullyworgans.
Yeah, bullyworgans. So,
Boom.
but my concern still stands as none of us speak the language.
So how are we gonna get past them?
Odo can speak it. If he
Odo can understand it.
Yeah, understand it.
Maybe
It requires tongues to speak it.
Well,
Balasar, roll me an insight check at advantage as it relates to dragons. Never mind. Those were
You know what?
terrible rolls.
I will just go with Draconic if somebody questions us. But if somebody starts talking to us in Bullywog, then we've really...
we're in
I
trouble.
mean, the lizard people were speaking in Draconic, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's their native tongue.
Right. Maybe they do. Or maybe they speak Ogwen, one of the two.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be in for a ride.
Should be fun.
Hopefully no one
Also,
notices.
what's our goal here? We just still snooping around, or we're gonna clean house?
I mean, why? I mean, we know that we can get past the drakes. Why don't we just kind of skirt around these guys
Okay. Alright, so
until we get
which-
a better grasp of the situation?
which direction? North? South?
North.
East? North?
Well, we'd
We
have
came
to go
from the
north
north.
to get to the drakes, and then we know that there was a courtyard over there by the tower.
No, the courtyard's here. Tower's up north.
Well, there's like a
that's
little
the tower.
right, and then north of that there is another little strip.
Which led
Not as
to
big
like
as the
a
courtyard.
feeding ground or something like that for the drakes. It was a very smelly pit of some sort.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I believe it was a dead end. So, if we're gonna go into the courtyard, are we gonna go east or south?
I mean, well,
I
don't know.
vote south.
South. All right.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Beeline south.
just walk down south and let's go to the first door that we see. Hopefully no one questions us.
Hopefully.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Flippity flop, clippity clop. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
An individual opens the door upon you guys, and he's like, "Oi! What are you doing in my kitchen? Bloody bullywugs in my kitchen."
Bah!
What the fuck did that say? And he looks back over at this shaman like, who the fuck are these guys in my kitchen, and why are they eating my shits?
In hindsight, our stuff was in the box.
No, yeah, I mean, he has no evidence that you guys... He's just really upset that you frogs are in the
I'm
kitchen.
just gonna start walking past them.
Yeah, go ahead and imitate how a frog walks to the best of your abilities with a deception check.
Deception check.
Oh god.
God.
This is gonna be a bad day.
At least I'm okay at those.
Oh!
Oh God.
Doesn't
I
matter
kinda
how
like-
I walk.
I kind of like hobble a little
has
bit.
everybody rolled?
I'm all like duck-footed. Just like swaying side to side. Super exaggerating
A
it.
hot modifier of 0 on the roll with his active perception against you. It's like, goddamn frogs. Hop along.
Right.
Schlip schlop, schlip
Thinks
schlop.
nothing of your terrible frog walks. But the other shamans, they're watching this. They have their eye on you. I'm gonna let them passively observe you. Just check what that is really quick.
Oh no.
15.
We're in trouble.
They kind of
Yeah.
eye Ginthry and you all, but it's not uncommon. I mean, what I don't know what frog would eat flour, but you know, it's a kitchen and you guys are idiots.
I just like I alter my appearance to have like flour just like coating my face,
Yeah, you frogs are idiots.
and I like lick my face. I lick my lips. I'm just like
I open
tongue just kind of
this
like
door.
slaps my eye a little bit.
No war paint. Put a little flower handprint.
Okay, you open the door to what appears to be some like sort of chapel. Over the years, this chapel has been consecrated to maybe several different gods. It looks like it's been smashed. There's like shrines that are smashed, but now it is a shrine to Raxus, adorned with a handsome wooden statue. The workmanship is surprisingly good, though most of Raxus's visages, her various heads, bear stronger resemblance to black dragons than anything, really.
Interesting.
Is this a doorway or is there a door there?
It's just an open doorway that leads to another room. And there's such another kind of thing right
I
there.
am going to be cautiously looking for traps and such.
Tracks or trap?
Traps, tripwires or
Tripwire.
anything that.
There's
Set
a
off
bunch
on.
of broken stools, rotted altar cross, everything that was dumped from previous gods has been like destroyed and thrown into this room.
Okay, well then.
Do I see anything to Inspirati in here?
No.
Probably not. All right.
All right, what's behind door number 2?
Makes me happy.
This is door number 1.
Oh, I was counting that as door.
That was door archway number 1. You would see some guard dogs milling about. You don't see them at first, but they roll into view as you open the door. Hold on a second.
There's no way we get past those guys.
Never doubt. Never doubt.
But dog meat would make for some good meals.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
I look at you and telepathically
not really
yell at you, say,
dogs.
do not think about it.
Come on. You know those little shish kebabs you always eat in the...
I have 3 pet drakes back at the guild house. You kill them, I will murder you.
Yeah.
Come on. They're tasty meat.
By not really murdering you,
like-
but by bringing you to justice for the murder of my drakes. 'Cause I'm a
Other
paladin.
ways to murder people than just to deal with people, to conquest their their domain.
I will
So
destroy
than
you
death.
emotionally and
the
psychologically.
stairs go
I will
here
take your
or
child
over
in
here?
custody and do something to it the next time.
Which way? I guess the stairs are this way. Like,
They go up.
Can I look down here real quick before we
Yeah.
Mm.
head that way?
Yeah,
Since we
poke our head in here a little
have
bit.
some- Anything in here that looks
This
interesting?
long gallery overlooks the causeway.
So this is
Um,
open to the outside?
No, it overlooks it. It's a little bit higher.
Okay.
There's arrow switch going right here to the south.
I take a peek outside.
And I'm assuming I can't see over like this area.
I duck back and I'm like, guys, there's a dragon! There's a dragon! There's a dragon!
They make for some good meals.
Balasar takes a peek for himself.
You see a very large, very old black dragon, prime in his adult form, being ridden by another black dragon, which is humanoid, either dragonborn or half dragon.
Being a dragon scholar, could I discern any other details that maybe the rest of the party would not be able to?
With the check at advantage,
What would you
I will
like?
tell you something dependent on the skill that you roll. What are you trying to discern here?
Approximate age of the dragon, anything.
It's adult.
It's adult, okay. Determine maybe more if that's a half dragon or dragonborn on the back.
I'll go with the perception on that.
On a perception. Probably don't know crap. So nothing else seems off about the dragon. It's truly an adult black dragon with a humanoid creature resembling a black dragon on the back.
Yeah, I would definitely say that it fits the description of a person you all have heard about, but never really seen much of Resmir. What are the higher ranking members of this cult?
I telepathically communicate that.
Oh.
Okay. So, what's the dragon and Resmir doing, or assumed Resmir doing?
They're on watch. They keep peeking to the right and left of this long hallway, which appears to be a kill zone.
Screw it. We're not
And
going down there.
Kill zone being if anyone goes in there, they die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might
You would see this asshole out of the far left or right, excuse me, depending on
perception.
Your peripheral vision there.
Can I make an investigation check to see if I've seen the dragon before?
Which one of you's perceived through that brass machine
Balasar has...
and seen that black dragon?
And Gen 3, I think. I think we both took a turn looking at it.
It was either me or Odo. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it was me and you.
Well, Odo just got there. He would have to make a peep through the...
Alright, so... So Gen 3 and I would recognize this black dragon as being the same one from the Arcane Eye contraption.
Yes.
We've been here for quite a while, so we have no idea if the dragon is somewhere, like, was already here at the castle, or came from a different location.
Hmm.
What do you guys think we should do? This
Well, I
thing
mean,
is-
we haven't found a pile of treasure yet, so I would assume that it's not here.
maybe tail it. Try to watch what it does all day.
Yes, because 5 bullywogs staring through arrow slits at this dragon for 2/3 of
I mean,
a
we don't
day
have
is
to-
not
We don't
suspicious
have
at
to
all.
constantly stare at it.
Alright,
Just like intensely staring.
I think we should continue exploring. If we hear anything, we'll do it, but I think it's time to get moving before it notices us, I say telepathically.
Alright, well, let's head up the stairs then. Before this gets too crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That
could
feels
try
like-
to think it to death. Because, I mean, there's no location that you can discern. I literally just, like, think you to death. It'll take a while.
Are you going, going upstairs?
We are.
Sounds like a good plan.
Basically the exact same floor layout, but here on the second floor in this first room that you would enter into, going through that little doorway, you would enter in an outer lair, a library. There's some crests. It's very crude here. The books don't look to be of anything of high quality. There are some good books, books of value, read-wise, but they're in poor form. You would say that there's no rare books here by looking at them
Can
Would-
I maybe
at a glance.
I mean, Odo would probably be the one that wants the books the most out of all of us, so...
There are some various crates and chests that look to be related to some kind of scholar fashion.
I will look through them and then run them by Odo to see if he wants them.
I'll look at the books. Maybe I could find something for cooking.
It's mostly like dragon arcana, stuff about black dragons, stuff about breeding dragons with other lizards and reptiles.
Ooh, nice.
A lot of stuff about frogs and how frogs reproduce.
Balasar's interested in all
Some
of the books
biology books.
specifically about dragons.
I could
If
make
dragons
uses
are
of
mentioned,
frogs.
yeah. If dragons are mentioned, then Balasar is interested in those books.
Like I would say maybe half, maybe 2/3 of the books are related to dragons. But in one chest, it is a chest of dragon horde loot.
Ooh.
You don't know why it's here necessarily, but it's here.
Okay.
I see this and I'm like,
Hold on. Someone detect magic
Oh god.
before we touch anything in there.
Reactors.
Do I have detect? I believe I do have detect magic, but I have to double check.
And
no.
how many books would you think
No detect magic for me.
we would collect, and their like weight and everything regarding dragons? Because I would like all of them regarding dragons.
And how much does one book weigh?
I think it's like 0.1
I mean, if we're
pound.
talking like a leather tome, probably
5 pounds.
5 pounds of books.
that's a big book.
That's
It's
a
like-
medieval book.
It's like a huge ass boat.
Big book. It's like a encyclopedia dictionary size book. But yeah.
And it's specifically black dragons or dragons in general?
Black dragons, frogs.
Well, I was gonna take the frog stuff.
There's roughly 297 books if one was to try to count them all.
Dear God.
Times 5 pounds each?
Each.
I don't think the bag of holding can hold all of those.
No way.
It's a library.
And it only holds what, 8 cubic feet in
Jesus.
space?
There's no way.
Okay,
There's no
Balasar,
weight limit. It's a size limit.
Balasar's gonna look for books that or that contain knowledge he might not already have being a dragon scholar. Would you say any of those books are rare enough for Balasar to be interested in?
I mean, how much time are you going to spend doing that?
Not too much. He was gonna go off based off titles or maybe something that was laid out in a different pattern and just not like shelved.
All right, so roll me an investigation check based on titles.
And I'm assuming there's not too many books about frogs.
I'm gonna say a third of the books are related to the genesis of frogs, and frogs in general. You know, some of the frog books are just like anatomical.
I feel like
frogs.
I feel like maybe we should take like some of the breeding books,
Yeah.
because those at least like a couple of them, and then maybe a couple on the frogs, and then a couple on the black dragons if Balasar sees anything he doesn't recognize.
All right, so you
And
find basically 20 books. You get 20 books on the content of which you best choose. What is going to be the focus of your grab?
My focus of my grab.
Off the shelf.
Anything dragon related that I may not know.
I mean, there's
So if it's like making half dragons, I probably don't know how to do that as a dragon scholar. So I
I
would
was just going to say
take that. But I would probably know that how dragons normally would breed or something, so I would ignore those.
I mean,
But
yeah,
if
for the most part.
So the half dragon parts I would definitely take. If there's anything special about like utilizing dragon breath or anything like that that's interesting, something that's unique. That's not
Right on. And looking through like the into the other room that leads to the west, like the other larger room, you would see more library area.
Alright, I edited the group loot. I edited the group loot to include 100 pounds worth of dragon books. What is the green?
Do the books in here seem any different than the ones in this big area?
I'm sorry, excuse me. There's only 100 books in totalis here, but you still find 20. I found my note here. What was your question?
Do the books in this side room seem any different than the ones out in the main area?
In the room that you're in is a reading room. There's just 2 chairs, a small table, like a water glass.
Are there any books that are like left out or anything like that?
There is, and make a perception check.
Okay.
In the meantime, can Odo or Greylock detect magic on the chest of treasure?
I got an 18.
I mean,
on
there was
perception.
just
I don't
loot
detect
there, but there was also a really nicely made, done up scabbard for like a longsword that is made of gold. But other than that, there's 6 platinum and 60 gold.
In the little chest.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then scabbard.
And then a scabbard made of gold. Nothing magical.
And after sometimes you would hear somebody approaching you from downstairs, I'm gonna paste him in here.
So 60 gold pieces, and
This
how much?
guy again?
No, it's a different one.
How much platinum was it?
6
Sorry.
platinum,
Hold back, guys.
60 gold.
Okay.
I wrote it down on a piece of paper.
I put it in the group loot.
So like, oh, you froggy folk wouldn't be taking to reading, learning to read common, would you? And then he's like, I fucking not get out of my library.
I just like I have this book in my hand and it's all like slimy looking from me
Yeah,
touching it, and I just like
give me
drop
that
it. I just like drop it on the floor and just
He's
kind of
gonna
like
try to,
hip flop.
okay, he's gonna try to boot you in the butt to push you just to push you 5 feet.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, and rolls a 6. I don't know if you're gonna resist it or not, but he pushes you towards the stairs, like, get out of here.
All right.
Alright,
I'll
back
like
downstairs we go.
willfully hop.
Little line.
Right.
Oh, I need to add that.
Let's get out of here.
Second he notices, we're screwed.
All right. So we know that the dragon is down here. So
I'm gonna take a look to make sure he's still there, because we probably spent a little bit of time going through books and whatnot. And
Yeah, he's still there.
okay.
Does it look like he's like heading out soon, or he's just kind
He
of
looks
chilling?
like he's just posted there waiting.
Oh, fantastic.
that guy's up in the library, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
Alright,
so I say we head east and not south.
With there being a dragon, perhaps we would maybe want to try to stealthily make our way across the courtyard.
Yeah.
Do you want to risk it?
Well, we can't
Perhaps.
act too much out of character.
Well,
have-
I was thinking that perhaps Greelock might be willing to impart some invisibility.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are frogs. It's pretty. I mean, it's fairly decent, but most of
I
the
understand.
frogs don't read the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even the
I-
chamois
I
ones.
think we'll be fine as long as we just take our time and just walk across as a group.
Okay.
That or we'll become
All right.
right.
Clip clop flip flop.
Clip, clop, flip,
All
flop.
right, guys.
Click, clop,
So
flip,
this
flop.
building to
Click,
the
clop,
south, I'm
flip,
just
flop.
going to describe it is like 2 or 3. It's 3 stories tall, but then there's like a roof on this particular one. But then there's an upper level over here. There's a circular tower that juts up above that.
All right.
Clip, clop, flip,
To
flop.
the
Did any of you
side or to the
specifically look up towards like the top of all the buildings and stuff?
Okay.
Would you?
How?
Question mark.
Which, I mean, if I see something that catches my eye, I'd look at it.
I mean, you could willingly choose to look up and look at like all the fortification lines and stuff, or just proceed straight. I'm asking you if you
Yeah.
turn your head.
Well, you said that there's a tower. Which way does it look like the tower is?
It's directly southeast of you. You get into it either through one of these 2 giant doors,
All right. I think
potentially.
maybe the south way would probably be better then.
Clip, clop, flip, flop.
Clip clop flip
So
flop.
if any of you do look at the tower, like upper horizon lines of all the fortifications, let me know.
Why not?
I mean,
I'll pay a little bit of attention. I'll look up.
Okay. What you would see.
There's 3 more dragons.
No,
The dragon.
No.
And he's sitting on the roof, just observing the courtyard. It seems like it's at high alert.
So this is the second dragon we've seen?
Oh no.
I mean, it's up on the roof. You saw it. It looks to be the exact same dragon. Make a perception check, whoever did see it, and that was
me.
Rigsaw.
Wait, I'm confused because
It's the same dragon.
because
with
we
a
just
different
saw it
personality.
here.
Okay.
We just saw it here when we came up the stairs.
Totally
we-
different one.
No, I thought Nate just said it's the same dragon.
Totally different rider, same identical dragon.
Okay, because when we came up the stairs, I looked out here to see if the dragon was still
Different
there.
rider.
The
And-
dragon
was
is
that-
like virtually identical. But it is open space from where he was and to where it is now.
Yeah, there's a different rider on there though. That's weird.
Okay, so
Okay.
now there's two dragons.
That's weird.
But this one was the one from before.
No,
can-
one dragon, two riders.
No, okay, because this is what I'm confused about. We came up the stairs. I looked out the arrow slits to see if the dragon was still there. We were told he was still there. As soon as we start walking, this dragon stealthily went up to a different tower. That's why I'm confused. Because from the time that we came up the stairs, I looked out here to see if the dragon was still there. We came out and crossed the courtyard,
Wait, there was
and
some
now
time
the dragon's here.
spent in between.
And we did not hear this dragon taking off for anything.
I mean, I guess you may have
Okay, that's
You're kind
why
of-
I'm confused.
making a big deal out of
I'm
it.
just
I don't know.
just confused. Okay, so same dragon, different rider. Okay.
I mean, your characters very, very well may be confused. So if you wanted to react to what you've seen, you can do that.
No,
I
Mike-
say that we hurry inside this building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flop, flip, flop.
So you crack open the door, everybody goes in real quick, and you shut it behind you. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Sounds like what that you would be doing.
Yeah, it sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh god. There's too many.
Clip,
There's
clop,
lizard
flip,
people here.
Flop.
Stopping the flop.
So what is going in here? Let me get into the description. I believe there's a shit ton of lizard folk being observed by a couple of shamans, kind of like haphazardly blacksmithing. But let me just check my notes.
The lizard folks are blacksmithing.
Yes, they're this is stocked with armor and weapons and arrows many years ago, but most of them have all like rusted on the racks, pitted and warped from the moisture. Basically useless. The leather has been chewed away by rats and maybe a lizard folk. You never know. Let's see. But there is nonetheless still in the corner a smithing anvil, and the lizard folks are stockpiling new weapons and making what they can. The lizard folk are in here and they're like trying to make a spear. Is anyone a blacksmith?
I have smith capabilities.
Anyone else?
Nope.
Kyle, roll me a perception check.
Me? I mean, I'll do that since I have the abilities.
Or not Kyle. Yeah, Gin3. Did I say Kyle?
God, come on. I got a +6. I don't
So
want to.
from the way back of the party, you can't really see what it is, what they're doing, but you have a feeling that these guys may not know exactly what they're doing. You're looking at the tools on the ground and just like, nah.
Please put your tools back when you're done with them.
No, like the weapons that they're making, and the tools and stuff that they're making that are like on the floor are just
Very
terrible in
haphazard.
craftsmanship from what you can
Mm.
see. But what they're doing right now in terms of smithing, you really have no idea.
Flip flop, flip flop.
I guess we're just going to continue in silence.
Yeah, I think that we just kind of walk past this guy real quick and then try to get into this door.
I wanted to describe what they were doing, but you didn't see it.
Yeah, sorry. Does this stair go up or down?
Up.
I'm gonna take a look outside.
If you had an army of lizard folk commanded by an evil army of bullywugs with a dragon and some cultists, this would be the room that you gathered everybody before war to like be like, we're going to war, motherfuckers! Rah!
The
rally.
war room.
Right.
Yeah, the ready room.
Literally the war room.
So what's
This
outside?
is the ready room. It's currently empty.
All right.
But you do
Do I see
see
any?
lizard folk packed in this other room right here. They're just in there resting up at the ready. And
there-
there's more of them in there. They're on the GM layer right now.
Okay.
But there's a lot of them.
Is there like a table with like a map or anything on it in here?
It's a barracks. So there's like a lot of whatchamacallits.
No, in the war room.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
The room letters are visible.
Oh no, I'm working on it. God.
I was just
Easier
letting you know.
navigation.
I was just letting you know.
So those are all the lizard folk who are just kicking their feet up, who are not currently on patrol.
That could be awkward if they notice.
Clip clop flip flop.
I
up
think
the
we wanna
stairs.
It
try to,
seems
like-
to be some sort of lizard folk barracks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you put that
We're
together.
are we all psychically connected right now?
Kyle.
We can be, but it would burn my 6th level slot.
All right, then never mind. I'll tell Rigsaw, and kind of fill him in on how the relations with the lizard men are not too good with the bullywogs.
And the bullywogs kind of like are forcing them. To be...
You bullywug.
Yeah. Bullywogs.
Yeah, the situation is that the lizard folk are naturally a higher species in the order of things over the bullywugs. But the bullywugs had been breeding with black dragons and making black dragon abominations.
Oh my. So we're actually in the lion's den of the situation.
Yeah.
They've subjugated the
Yeah.
lizard folk to work for them.
Oh no.
You're a slave master. Congratulations. I think we flip flop upstairs.
Thank
Yeah, we flip flop.
White chocolate Reese's. Only an evil. You're going upstairs. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. More lizards.
Nah, they're downstairs. Patience, Danielson.
Wax on, wax off.
They're gone. You're at the top of the stairs. Please position your tokens there. This room is pretty much vacant. It looks that, maybe lizard folk sleep here. But it looks pretty much vacant.
And what about this room?
When you open that door, Greeblock, Borblock, you notice that these doors make no sound when you open and close them.
Oh my, the grease.
Let's see. There's a trapdoor leading up to the roof. Excuse me, there's a third floor with basically the exact same layout that has nothing else in it either. But this is off storage for the lizard folks. This is their quarters. But these quarters are empty and unused.
Interesting, but it's a very quiet door. Perhaps magical in nature, or just very high.
They're well oiled.
Well oiled. Okay.
Hey, look at that. I got a good guess.
It looks. If you go up to the third floor and you look at the trap door that goes to the ceiling, it looks to be spiked closed.
Oh no.
Nobody
Like from
nobody
the
really
top.
goes up there.
It's closed.
Yeah, it's spiked closed.
Okay.
There's some flying
I wanna-
things that come in.
I want to test this door to see if it's also like well oiled.
It is.
Is there anything inside?
No. But there is a second door that leads to another room up above where the blacksmith guys were.
Maybe we can investigate that.
Yeah.
Flip
Guys,
flop,
there's another
flip
room.
flop.
Slowly open this door. Hopefully it's also pretty quiet.
This
That's
chamber
Pendragon's.
was stocked with armor, weapons, and hundreds of arrows when the castle was abandoned long, long ago.
Does anything
The
look
muzzle.
decent?
Does it
It's
look
rusted.
usable?
The arrows are warped and useless. The
Wait.
leather chewed by something. Now this chamber is the unofficial headquarters of the lizard folk. This is the headquarters for the lizard folk, excuse me. You don't see any trace of your like here. You don't see any trace of this is like lizard folk HQ. And you bullywugs are now in it. And there's a room full of these lizard folk who are wondering basically what the fuck that you were doing here.
Flip flop, flip flop.
They're not like offended, they're just like, what are you doing in my bedroom here but us? And they flip over a map they were looking at.
Oh no. Slowly back out.
I'm gonna close the door and then back up.
I'm gonna telepathically communicate and say that the lizard folk may be planning a revolution. They're acting secretive against around the bullywog.
I mean, that's not a surprise considering one of them helped you sneak into the castle.
Yeah. I'm
So-
trying to remember what his name was. What was that lizard's name?
Snapjaw.
It might.
Snapjaw.
So,
And
do we reveal ourselves to the lizard folk?
Yes. I would say.
Maybe.
Yes.
Ooh. I have a black dragon's name that I forgot about. Borhagmanthar. Black dragon that guards the swamp.
What have you forgotten about Vorragham Banthar?
He's just a black dragon that's in the swamp.
What about him?
I don't know if that's his name or not. I'm just saying that's a black dragon's name that lives in the swamp.
So, okay, so we all agree to reveal ourselves?
Looks like it.
I feel like maybe you should reveal yourself psychically first through
Okay.
the door. Does that reveal
Uh,
line of sight? I don't know how it
the
works.
Swamp, Vorag, Hamanthar.
Need line of sight, so I'm just gonna go in here and just in Draconic and say, "We are friends. Snapjaw sent us."
Ooh.
And do you look like a bullywug?
Yes, but I'm speaking Draconic.
Okay. They're like, okay, bullywug. What does Snapjaw told you?
One, I'm not
Yes.
truly a bullywug. I'm in disguise. And then two, I have a deal with Snapjaw to free the lizard folk from the bullywug. Control and influence.
Okay. Roll a persuasion.
Oh no, I feel like this could go real bad.
Bardic inspiration.
Party
Too late for that.
I want
Is
to
the
aid
door
him.
closed?
I want to aid him.
I'm staying out of the room. I don't need this going.
Okay.
You don't speak Draconic, so.
No,
We're gonna aid
but I'll
him.
drop my disguise because I can do that. This could go
What do
terrible.
you turn
bad.
into a devil thing? suppose.
This is
Yes.
this is Ginthri Voice Caller, renowned performer and follower of the entity Inspirati,
All right.
which Snapjaw was singing the tunes of Inspirati. In the
Before we
swamp.
find out what they say, can we take like a 5-minute break?
Sure, that would help me.
Perfectly
if you
timed.
guys are gonna come clean to these assholes who you don't even know.
Oh no.
I think it's
Well-
time for a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like that's a promotional moment where you don't know if you've done goof or told the enemy.
All right. I have us on 5-minute break.
This
Yeah.
5-minute break's been brought to you by White Reese's Kingside.
No, this 5-minute break.
Let's let the stream rip. Let me know
Okay.
when we're streaming, guys.
I'm already streaming.
All right. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Alright, so I rolled persuasion check to convince them that we are friends of Snapjaw here on his behalf to free the lizard folk from the control of the bullywug, and I introduced Ginthry as a friend, and I told them that I am not really a bullywug, I am Dragonborn.
A black dragonborn.
I said
And I tried
Dragonborn under disguise.
Yeah, I tried to aid his argument by dropping my disguise.
Did you say black dragonborn? Or did
No,
you
I
just
said
say dragonborn?
just Dragonborn.
Dragonborn would not help you saying that.
But I'm just being honest.
I feel like this is gonna be a very quick exit.
Really
they're
hope you roll
confident that
better
you're
than
telling the truth, but they're like, "What do you want from this? Like, if we do anything, we're fucked. The only thing we can do is like not attack when you do whatever people are gonna do.
Fine.
There's not very many of you.
Any knowledge that you can provide us?
Maybe a map of the area.
Well, maybe once we start our attack, they can just go to the bottom and then try to escape through the tunnel.
That's true. The dungeons of the castle have been.
How long?
The dungeons of the castle have been mostly cleared.
15 minutes. It's not long enough.
What are we talking about? What?
The lizard folk can't hold their breath long enough to make it through the passageway underneath. But they can vacate the castle.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
were we casting a spell on Snapjaw too to do that?
I thought so. It was up to 8 creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Any information that you can provide to us about this castle would be much appreciated. We're just trying to. We don't know where we're going. We're just going room by room.
Somebody closed the portal downstairs, which is what the cultists were funneling all their treasure through. And they're really upset about that. They don't know who did it, and they're looking for them. I don't suppose you would know anyone.
So that's an interesting fact, and we'll get back to it. What else do you know about the castle other than the dungeon with the portal?
Well, the cult is at high alert right now because of the portal situation. But basically, we're the lizard folk who run the lizard folk wing of the cult. Don't tell anybody. We're kind of fickle in our position, or we will kill you and eat your babies. Blink, blink.
Okay.
Not
This
wink,
is something a lizard
blink,
folk
blink.
person would say. You know, it's their culture is lost upon you, apparently.
Okay. The piece of paper that you guys flipped over when we entered, what is that?
They look at each other like, they flip it over. It's just a map of the region.
And
Do they know where? Hold on, let me pull up his name again.
Resmir?
So I can. No, the dragon. Voragham Narthar or Ragnam Hemthar.
What about him?
Do they know where he nests? I guess.
No.
Who carried the treasure from the portal, and where did they take it?
Who carried the treasure from the portal, and where do they take it?
You guys knew about the portal that was in the dungeon.
Yeah, we carry the treasure and operate the crane when there is treasure to move into the portal, but we do not take it to the other side. We drop it there, and other higher ranking members of the cult pick it up and take it through the portal. We're just the lowest on the totem pole here.
So
we are the lizard folk.
Snapjaw would bring you treasure. You would take it to the portal and leave it there.
Maybe we can make all
And
our exits through that portal.
pick it up and take it from there. Yes.
Okay. Is it usual for the dragon to be here?
May we mention Malak? Who is Malak?
Malaki?
Wait.
I don't know what.
Moloch is the leader of the black reptilians.
I don't know what that is.
It's in the world document. He's the leader of the reptilians of the name of the lizard folk. He's the leader.
Let's
Leader of.
let's not get distracted by that.
So, is there anything that we could do to help your situation here?
You could exterminate the presence of the cult and help us reclaim our lands.
And okay, yes, great. Where would the leadership of the cult be in this castle?
They're all presently, assumedly, staked out on high alert somewhere.
The black dragonborn looking figure, possibly half dragon. Do you know who he is?
Resmir.
That is Resmir. Does he have quarters here?
The other true cultists speak to him as a wearer of purple, though we know not what this means exactly.
A wearer of purple.
Interesting.
Not gonna lie, the Purple Lulu song just started going off in my head.
The weapons the other lizard folk downstairs are making, are they for you or for the cultists?
Yes.
One and
They
the
are
same.
for us, and we fight in the name of the cultists. Don't tell anyone otherwise, or we will kill you and eat your babies. Blink, blink.
Okay.
I feel like they only close the first flap of their eyes, but not the second flap when they do that.
Yeah, you can still see their eyes blink. An alligator blink.
So, we've already been through the center tower. Who resided there?
I would assume Resmir, Dralmor, Borngrave, and whoever they would afford the luxury.
Various
such-
cultist leadership.
I would assume so.
Okay.
Alright.
So we got various leaders around, all on a high alert. The dragon normally doesn't come around on high alert. They're upset because the portal's closed.
One of the oldest looking lizard folk, who has a gnarly looking scar in his face, it's like a rip wound, asks for all the other lizard folk to leave, and so they do. You just step right outside. One of them gives you kind of a weird look as you go by, but then he says something to you about Vorag Hamanthar that he wishes you to repeat to no one. It's a secret that only the cult knows. He only knows it because he observed it for himself. And the dragon was quite upset.
There's a scale missing on his right breast.
And he'll write in Draconic and pass it to you, Balasar.
Okay, I will read the note.
He has a twin brother.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I will telepathically translate that for Ginthry, and I'm assuming Rigsal does not speak Draconic.
No, I do not.
So I will telepathically communicate that. Okay. I don't think I'm as confused as I was before.
Oh.
Okay.
Having two very old-looking dragons makes me somewhat skeptical about confronting a dragon.
Even one is dangerous.
So, what we could do is go through the central tower again, assassinate cultist leadership, and then escape through the dungeon? Not encounter the dragons here.
I'm thinking that it's going to be very difficult to escape from a dragon.
How about
I don't
we
know.
use that portal?
Question for the DM out of character. Would the dragons be able to get into the inside of the castle and make their way down to the dungeon? Is the castle hallways and doorways and everything large enough for that?
I will let you know that pretty much everything can squeeze through anything that's their size category.
Given enough time.
At half speed.
All right.
I have an open question though. Could we use that portal to evacuate the lizard folk through?
The portal's closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Portal's
And
The portal got closed.
And we're pretty
It
sure.
would take them. I mean, you know, now a circle in the swamp, but it's on the edge of the swamp, right next to the town of Havenmore.
So we
Yeah.
could just pack up and leave.
Was 8 creatures as many as it would bring? Is that what we said?
6 or 8, one of the two.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be multiple castings of teleportation circle.
Mm. Now, this
It
should
would
be out
take
of there.
a while.
The lizard folk here are the fighting pride of their tribe. The rest of them live outside in normal day-to-day lives, but these are the ones who represent the warriors.
And they won't fight
and they
the
do
cultists.
so for the lives of their tribe. So it's not just the lizard folk. If you wanted to evacuate an entire little tribe of, you know, that would be hundreds of peoples.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the lizard folk won't fight.
Not to dash your hopes. I mean, you could definitely do something here with
Yeah.
the resources available.
We know Resmir's on scene. Who's the other guy riding the dragon?
He looks like the dude who you saw walking from like 260 feet above him. He looks like that red wizard.
Okay, so we got the red wizard and Resmir.
Potentially. I mean,
Potentially
you know,
the red wizard, yes.
his tattoo doesn't look exactly the same as you saw it from 260 feet up.
So
but
a red wizard.
you know, it's either him or a red wizard. But their fucking collars look a lot alike. Their fucking tattoos look a lot alike. It's just a matter of like placement and like your memory. It being so many months ago
So-
now.
All right.
I feel like we definitely have the capability to stave off a couple of dragons in the time that it would take to cast a teleportation circle.
But what are we gonna
But
do?
we don't know where the leadership of the bullywogs are.
So that's a good question, because that's really why we're here. We killed.
I mean, they
the
said
bullywugs are on to the north of the main tower,
okay.
and they also reside to the west through the long hallway, which is deadly for anyone that is not one of us.
Okay.
Maybe we could lure bullywugs into a area that's over here and just kill off quite a few until we get noticed.
Ooh, the lizard folk would not like that because this is their territory.
Well, we're trying to get them out.
Right, but then it would be like the attack
So,
came from
war.
the folks.
Right.
Just based on what
I feel like us assassinating their leadership would
Might have the same
be
effect.
a good step in the right direction. We just need to figure out where they are.
And we would have to get past 2 black dragons on high alert, with
they're not
one
the leaders,
riding a red wizard, which we don't know what type of spells they possess, and another half dragon
There's a lot of
Resmir.
unknowns.
Should we even take those guys on? Even I'm a little hesitant.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think the red wizard would be casting something like True Sight or anything to give him True Sight, because I think he would have noticed us walking in.
Yeah.
If he was able to see through our disguises, and we'd all be dead now.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to I know does Greelock know he does know the Dimension Door spell.
Yep.
And you don't have to know exactly where you're casting Dimension Door to make it work.
Just
But
has to
you know that,
within
like,
500
hey,
feet.
if I want to go 10 feet north of here, you can do that, right?
I must have seen the point to where I am teleporting, or know exactly where I'm going. Within 500 feet.
I mean, exactly 10 feet is pretty much a good idea of where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, if you know that the other side of a wall, like where the other side of a wall is, would you be able to teleport to the other side of the wall without actually having seen it?
I mean, you can look at the distance of
I know how thick the wall is.
Rigsaw's pole arm and know that's about 10 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are trying to do with your little 10 feet maneuver, but
Well, if we go back down to the first floor and teleport through the wall with Dimension Door, we don't have to go back out into the courtyard.
First floor has a lot of lizard folk and a few bullywug shaman-looking guys.
Over here?
Not over there. But
Because we don't know what's in there yet, but I really don't want to go back out
The way we came.
the way we came, given there's a dragon overlooking.
with the red wizard.
Yeah. And a bunch of frog people outside.
So
And we have no real possibility
we have no way of
of
contacting.
getting to that other tower in the corner.
We have no way of contacting the dwarf guy because nobody here knows him. That can cast message.
I believe what's his name? Greelock can cast Ascending via ritual.
But he doesn't know the dwarven guy who originally sent us on this quest.
Oh.
That's a requirement?
We were kind of depending on
JVD.
You could
JVD
send works with
for those.
Malaki, who could send. Had Malaki ever met Liam Neeson?
Yeah,
He did.
they were in the
Yeah.
camp together.
Yeah, they were prisoners too.
I don't know why I'm telling you guys that, but
I mean, we could chain the message together like that.
So have.
But we
Okay.
haven't contacted him for a while. Since
But
we
at this point, I don't know what to do. There's 2 black dragons here with some with high leadership of the cultists, which they have an army kind of like on standby. And the lizard folk were not going to fight for us for this.
What do you guys think about closing the portal?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm just wondering, like, what are you gonna,
If we have regrets.
with the new information you have on hand? I'm just.
I mean, it seems like the portal would have taken us to the dragon's lair, or a subsequent like cavern or something like that at the dragon's lair. By my guess.
Bigglesworth.
So, do you want to try to chain off some sending messages to Milwaukee, who will then get a sending message to Liam Neeson, and then Liam Neeson eventually will get it back to us?
$1 million.
That's not ifs.
That's a
I'm
a lot of.
I'm at a loss of what to do.
communication.
We're either gonna have to leave this place, risk assassinating some leadership and leave, and get chased down, or
start a complete war between the Bullymog and the lizard folks.
lizard folk doesn't.
I don't
seem
think
like
a
fighting.
war is an option, because
No.
I don't think that the lizard folk are going to fight for us. They just won't fight against us if we
Right.
start something.
But
I do not feel confident in my ability to defeat 2 black dragons, although we have defeated 5 adult black dragons before.
Well, we have defeated 5 adult dragons. They all weren't black. They were one of each color, but they didn't have a wizard and a half dragon supporting them.
I love how your ego inflates things. Be gone, Bigglesworth.
I am worried about the utility that a wizard and a half dragon could bring into a fight. Not to mention the little shaman guys that are going to be.
Yeah.
If the lizard folk would fight for us, fight the bullywalks and rebellion,
I mean,
I think we could
they
handle the
might
dragons.
be willing to distract the bullywogs.
So,
This is tough.
it's tough
This is tough.
because we have the Horn of Valhalla,
Yes.
which
We have the Horn of Alawatan.
Horn of Alawatan, but the dragons were not in a dungeon and enclosed area. These dragons just fly up and they just kill us from afar over time. So we would have to fight
But
indoors.
I mean, if they want to do that, then we just run.
Yes.
And if they want to follow us down into the cavern, then we have at least they can't fly.
But that could end the rebellion and get a lot of lizard folk killed.
No, not if we don't reveal that information.
But
Or, if they don't act.
these lizard folk warriors, I don't think they're going to leave without their whole tribe, which is outside of the castle. So they can't use the dungeon. They could just try to run away. Do what? I like it when my conscience gives me ideas.
I haven't heard you say anything.
I feel like this is a pretty exciting moment right here. That it's like a bomb. It's waiting to go off right now. I love it.
I know. It's very frightening.
A suspenseful moment, and if you
I
fuck up,
I'm thinking about
some
all
dickhead
the
on his motorcycle will go by.
I think
thinking about all the potential things that I could possibly do.
I think contacting Liam Neeson would be in our best interest.
Okay. But if he doesn't have anything for us, then what does that do?
I don't know.
I guess it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't waste spell slots because you can cast it as a ritual.
You cannot cast Sending as a ritual spell.
No? Oh. That sucks.
This is a very delicate situation, and I think I'm going to ask Greylock if he would like to attempt to contact Liam Neeson through Milwaukee.
Well, you got limited number of... So,
How many words?
Well, we have 25.
because I can say
right up the-
pass this to Liam, and then we got 21 more.
As to Liam, Bound, Castle, Black Dragon.
Type that whole thing out, and I'm gonna get a plate of teriyaki chicken.
Yeah, I'm typing something out.
He really means he's killing his cat and putting it on a stick and just wants time to fry it up.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright. What words does it have?
That's less than 25. It's a draft. Let me know what everybody thinks.
How many words is that? 1, 2, 3,
I think
4,
you could
5,
fit 2
6,
more.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
Yep, you can fit 2 more.
Need it.
Or you can get
Advice?
rid of they pissed and
1,
add
2, 3,
4
4,
more.
5, 6, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
You could even just put maybe help or something instead of advice.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to.
Treasure Trail portal? That might be an important fact.
Mm.
Yeah, we can add treasure in there as an extra word. Treasure portal. Treasure trail portal would put it at the max of 25.
Right. I don't think that the portal part is super necessary given the predicament that we're in.
Well, it is important information that they were using a portal to transport the treasure. So, I mean, you just get rid of they piss and add treasure trail, and it's the same number of same number of words.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I got 24 words on this one, so
Let me see
we'll try
yours.
The struggle is real here to figure out what we should do. Because we could do
The party did take on 5 adult dragons at one point. It was a hard-fought battle, but we were in an enclosed space. We had used the Horn of Alawatan, equivalent to the Horn of Valhalla. But I feel that a wizard and another half-dragon, along with all of their other goons, is going to impact the fight more than...
I believe that should be 24 characters.
I think it's going to make a heck of a hard fight if we have to deal with all that. I mean, honestly, I'm up for just leaving that fight. I don't think we can pick.
I mean, if we had the lizard folk on our side, I think we could. If they were gonna handle the
Yeah.
bullywog goons and stuff,
I feel like
think we
if
could.
we could heavily injure one of the black dragons, very like burst it down to the point where it would rather leave than fight, then the other one would probably either leave or try to fight us.
I could psychically attack them without trying to give away that I'm actually doing it, because I don't have to. There's no verbal, semantic, or material components.
Yeah, but they're already on high alert.
Yeah.
So just doing that is going to
Put the whole thing
agitate stuff.
Yeah. They put it all in high gear. And then they'll start looking for us.
So
Yeah.
Greylock and
I know what
Rigsaw,
Mammon's gonna tell me.
These are our drafts. Which one do you like best? Except add treasure trail portal to mine, so it'd be close their treasure trail portal. That would put mine at the exact 25.
I really like that you guys are doing this and that you're struggling on what you're trying to say.
I'm limited to 25 characters to
25 words.
pass on like 2 weeks of information.
Yeah, we're totally omitting that we burned down a roadhouse and killed a bunch of cultists.
Some people don't know that.
Don't need to know about it.
Yeah, you're not admitting to that right here at all.
I just like put my finger up to Balasar's lips and I'm just like shh.
I didn't say that in character. I was responding to the almighty god game master guy. So.
Oh, okay.
That was not in character. I need votes from Greylock and Rigsaw of which message gets the better message across.
And Odo.
And Odo.
I'll vote for Odo. I'm gonna go with Balasar's.
Yeah, first one. I feel like that might give us more of an edge on the details.
Alright, so add treasure trail portal, so the 2 words treasure trail.
So go to the entry field, Balasar, and push the up button, and that will duplicate everything that you last posted. And then you can change it. Or you can just copy paste it. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to send this message to my brother, and when he gets back to you, he'll get back to you.
If he gets back to us.
God.
He'll get back to you.
One eternity later.
We're gonna die before we ever hear back.
Yeah.
We're gonna get found out by the bullywogs before he fucking replies.
Let me just try to make contact with my brother, right?
Literally
and that will
just
suffice for like real life busyness and people being places doing things.
He's gonna be at the mall shopping.
Your brother's
or
like, I'm trying to do work right now.
Leave me alone. I don't have time for this.
He's like driving on a 6-hour commute somewhere. All right. So we know that the bullywogs in the bottom left of the castle.
I wish we knew what the approximate age of the dragons were.
They're adult.
They're just
At least
adults.
they're not
Yes.
ancient.
Yeah, they're just adults. I was able to identify them
Okay.
because of being a dragon scholar. They are just adults. That's the
Got it,
only
generation.
reason why I'm feeling confident that we could take them, because we've taken 5 adults
Nick?
before.
Yeah,
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, can your character send ascending for me? Can your character send ascending for me?
Of course.
Okay.
He's talking to his brother, Kyle.
I'll get it to you. But you just don't worry about it too much. I just needed to make contact with you as a human. Right,
Yeah, I'm
you've
not too
helped the
busy to
party
send
immensely
ascending right now.
Right now, but I will let you get back to work. All right.
Oh no.
Or just check out twitch.tv/World of Clavers.
You understand.
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Week, night. Wait. All right, so Mulaki was free amongst his magical enchanting duties, which he could not interrupt, but he was taking a break in between, putting some mirror on an axe, apparently, enough to send you this message, receive this message, and send it back. Well, first he's going to send you another message immediately, just to be like, do you need anything else to say over? And now you have another 25 words to use if you needed to via response.
Okay. Let's write up another draft.
Oh god. 10.
Well, you get an
Well, he knows-
addendum.
Well, he knows bullywog. He already knows about the bullywog. So I'm gonna say,
He knows about the portal.
He was
knows
just
about-
there the other day.
yeah. So we could just say inform about bully. I don't know how do you spell it. Bullywalks.
Holy Wargans?
Bullywog.
Holy
War-
Wugs?
Warguns. Sure.
It's one word. Make them as long as you want.
I need another drink.
Inform
I'll
about.
be right back.
Is
I
there
need a drink
anything
as
else
well.
that we need to inform?
I don't think so. I think that, I mean, the message kind of covered hopefully enough.
You could go into more detail about
Uh,
how you closed the portal, or that there's 2 dragons here.
Lizard folk.
I mean, we can tell them how we think that we could fight the 2 dragons, but we're not sure whether we should risk it or not. I feel like Liam Neeson's gonna be like, take the risk. just take the risk. And then Gen3's gonna get a giant hard on about doing some epic shit and singing songs about himself. No one else thought that was funny. Okay.
I'm thinking of 5 more
I was
words
just
to say.
focusing.
I have 5 more words to send back, and I'm trying to think of what to say.
I wish Paul was on right now. If he misses this, he's gonna be upset. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna text him and see what he says. If I don't think he's home yet, but
Alright, that's
if
my.
he is,
That's under 25. I think it's like 24 or 23. Inform about bullyworgans. Lizard folk under duress by bullywalk, but won't fight back. Might be able to fight, but need guidance. Dragons are adults.
2.
Well, we said 2 dragons before. Yeah, 2 black dragons and was in the previous message. So now they get the age of the dragons as well.
Good.
And they also know about Resmir and the Red Wizards. So
it's just a matter of time them getting back to us.
yeah, it's just them to sending the messages of what we should do with this information.
So what do we do after this? Just take a long rest, or
I mean, we
Call it a day.
haven't really done anything to warrant taking a long rest, I don't think.
No, I think the only one who's really expended spell slots is Greylock.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not what I meant by that. I was just wondering if we stay here or do we keep on going and risk running.
I think
Back.
I think we could risk waiting 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes for a reply before we need to move to a different part of the castle.
Sounds solid to me.
Intercept.
Yeah.
He just messaged you on Discord.
Okay, guys, so this is really important. But based on the fact that you guys are playing telephone, Mulaki, my brother, who played with you guys last week, has a fair understanding of what's going on based on what he picked up from last week.
Mm-hmm.
I have given him all of your correspondences, and I replied on his behalf one time based on the fact that I made contact with him. But he said that on his break at work, that he'll be able to call me and correspond. So I'm not going to correspond on his behalf until he writes what he's going to write as Milwaukee to Mr. Liam Neeson, because he can send as many times as he wants to Liam Neeson and then back to you guys at this moment. So he has plenty of spell slots, and can do what he needs to do. And my brother's gonna get a lot of it, so I don't want to take it away from him, because this is how he plays
So
D&D here at Collaborated Worlds is random nights when he's off from work and guild events and things.
do we just
I mean,
go
you
hide
guys
back in the
have a lot
dungeon?
of information. I don't know what you're gonna do with it.
We
I
can
mean,
go back into the dungeon, go back
I'm-
into our little crevice and hide until we get around.
I think that's our only option, other than running the risk of fighting.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. The only things I'm concerned about is possibly those bullywog shaman that there's like fucking 10 of at least somewhere in this building. There's at least another wizard-looking guy there standing in the courtyard. Don't even know why he's there, but he's standing there in the courtyard. Got a couple of human guys that probably would get blown over by a fucking fireball, so I'm not too worried about them. Got guard drakes that may or may not try to attack us.
Most likely will.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors, and I'm not confident in my personal ability to blow up a dragon in one turn.
I'm not confident in my ability to cut a dragon that is flying above me.
I'm not confident at all that my lance could even touch one.
You have a lance?
Yep.
Do you have a mount?
No, I do not. It's in two hands.
Wish you would have joined the party a few sessions ago, because I had a +1 lance that I could have gave you.
Ah, come on.
I sold it back for a finder's fee to a golden dragonborn who said that the cult
From
had
Zir.
stole it. From Zir, yeah. The cult had
Oh,
stolen
no.
his father's lance and I had killed a cultist member wielding it, and I took it for myself. I tried to sell it because I wasn't interested in using it.
Right.
And he ended up confronting me saying, yeah, that stuff's stolen. And I was like, well, what about a finder's fee? And I just took
I would have given it back either way.
I
mean,
needed...
We needed the
You
money.
went through some shit on that, Lance.
I know.
Yeah, I went through like a lot of hell to, one, to get the lance, and then two, we kind of needed the money for some supplies. All right, I think we're gonna just go make our way back to the dungeon and wait for Mulaki's reply, because
Yeah.
Needed supplies.
I still
happens.
feel sketchy, kind of going out in that hallway, out to the courtyard to go back to the hallway.
I mean, either way,
any sort of magic that we cast, I mean, especially if we just dimension door into another room that's occupied, that will raise alarm.
I mean, we could probably just dimension door from here to the dungeon.
that might be smart.
but only one
'Cause
at
you
a
get-
time, and that would be Greylock alone. How many times
Yeah,
can
that's
Greylock
true.
do this?
I'm already low on spell slots. I have one
Okay.
that I can use. Because I death warded more than half the party.
Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, we are death warded.
Wow.
Death warded just drops us to 1 instead of dying, right?
Come on.
And it lasts for 8 hours.
But once it
No,
gets,
fuck
but
it.
once it goes
Let's
off,
kill these dragons.
but once it
Fuck
goes off,
kill these dragons.
it's just gone, right? The
God.
ward breaks.
Let's
Yes,
just-
once it goes off the first time, it's done.
This
well,
feels like a bad
before
idea.
it goes right, but before it goes, you know, we might as well use it.
I don't see us
Got
killing
it.
the dragons out in the open.
I don't
Well,
even see us killing it with
how
some support.
how about this? How about we know where the other dragon is, right?
Yep.
And the other one's perched on the roof. There's not a way up to the roof from here, is there? Nate?
There was. It's the trapdoor that's nailed
not
shut.
really. There's a nailed trapdoor to a floor that is 1 floor above that ceiling, but it's through a trapdoor and it is nailed shut.
I'm going to ask the lizard folk, what's through the trapdoor and why is it nailed shut?
It's just nailed shut so that we don't have to do security out of there. It's just closed off and not used.
We could.
Maybe
but
try
the
to push it
dragon goes
open?
up there a lot. It's like the dragon's kind of domain.
Oh, the dragon kind of goes up in there.
Yeah, that's where the one of the dragons. Like, it's a secret that there's 2 of them, so one of them hides up there from time to time, and they switch out.
So there's a dragon potentially right above our heads.
Yep.
No, I think that's
why
we've
he
seen both of
mentioned
them.
it on paper.
Can I like squeeze in here and peek out and look to see if that dragon's still sitting over there? Since we're up on the like 2nd floor.
I'll show you what you see.
Cause I imagine I can, see that way.
You see wall.
Damn it. It's a very high wall.
It's the highest wall.
So there's potentially a dragon right above our heads.
Potentially.
And the other one could be just sitting on the roof. Okay.
Oh,
To the-
Malaki, enter.
Do we go to the dungeon or do we want to? I asked the lizard folk, is there anything that we could do to convince them to fight the bullywogs if we start fighting the dragons? I will write this,
They're not
or
gonna do
I'll
that
ask
based
this
on what 5
telepathically.
people they don't know, and you're clearly hiding from them
I'm hiding from the
in
fucking
disguises,
frogs.
and you're telling them that you're dragons, fighting other dragons and stuff. So
I'm gonna need a damn
they're
cigarette.
not keen on risking their family's life based on what 5 people are telling them in a room somewhere.
What to do? It's either we don't start a fight, or we do.
I say that we just fucking destroy one of these dragons.
How?
And then the other one is still
How?
sleeping.
You can blow up a dragon in one turn. At least half of
If
its
they
health.
are on the ground.
The one is on the ground. We know where it was,
He's not there right now.
as far as we know. But there's one
No,
on the roof.
I'm telepathically
Perched up on the
telling you, there's 2 dragons. The lizard folk say they switch out, so that way it looks like there's only one.
Right.
There's one
I
above
understand
our
that.
heads. The other one is on the
We
tower.
don't know that. We don't know if there's one directly above our head or if he's like out flying somewhere.
He could be in there, man. That's just a chance.
Even then, how are we going to get the dragons down onto the ground? I could think them to death, or I can cut them with a sword.
We don't have.
Those are my options.
No one has that fucking spell that brings airborne creatures to the ground, do they? Gravity well? Is it gravity well?
I don't
Or
know.
is it, Earthbind? I think it's Earthbind.
I hate that your characters have at least 8 hours to talk about this right here.
I
Continue.
tell Malaki to hurry up. We will take his advice.
I mean, we're kind of lost. We went through the center tower. We found no plans of what the cultists were doing. We closed the portal, pissed them off, and now there's dragons flying about. And our goal is to end up stopping them, stopping the cult. But this is really bad because of how that they have drakes. They have guard drakes. They have a bunch of shaman-looking guys. They have the red wizard. They have Resmir.
A bunch of frogs that want to try to swallow your head.
They have an army, and we're 5 people.
Yeah, that's why the lizard folk are like, no. They have an army, and you are 5 people.
But the lizard folk is an army in themselves.
You're right, but they would get squashed.
I
by
say scary, we
themselves.
just run.
And if you add 5 more lizard folk, which is basically what they have considered you in terms of power, until you prove them otherwise, like you've told them a lot of stuff, and they're just kind of like, well, we believe what you're telling us, but we're not going to act on it.
Okay.
We're not going to risk our lives based on what you think is true in your own head, because
So,
you might be just crazy.
I turn
fucking
to the
bull and
I turn to the magic people, Greylock and Odo. Is it possible that we just teleport, circle, whatever, back into Titan's Gate, and then once we get more information from Liam, that we can just have someone teleport us back here?
It's a good option.
Because Giblet, you were teleported here by one of the guild members, correct?
Yes. Some more to go.
So we can end up going back to the safety of Titan's Gate with what we have collected. I get to pet my drakes, and then once Liam Neeson comes back, we can, or gets back to us, we can get teleported back into the safety of the small little cavern, and then in the dungeon, and then make our way back up if need be.
there's still going to be that roll on the dice.
%.
But at this point, I mean, the lizard folk don't know where the treasure was being taken to, other than that they took it to a portal and a cultist members handled it from there on out. There's 2 dragons, we found that out. And this is me speaking out of character, like brainstorming.
I mean,
armies.
sounds like you're brainstorming in character.
Okay, well, there's armies.
In your own mind with telepathic ability to speak to other people.
Yes, okay, so there's the lizard folk army who won't fight until we can prove ourselves worthy for them to think that we're strong enough.
But they will stand down if you attack and they're not in the direct threat of, like, say, a dragon saying, "You better fight, motherfucker."
Yeah. So then there's the Bullywog army, which we don't. Hey, Mr. Lizard Folk guy. Rough estimates on how many in number the Bullywog army is? How many warriors they have?
Well, they can produce new warriors with their diabolical breeding techniques in a matter of weeks.
We killed most.
You killed all the frogs in this area, and they were able to rehabilitate new ones. It would take them a month to resuscitate their army.
That's a poorly trained army, but okay.
Yeah, it is poorly trained, but a newborn half dragon.
Were there any bullywogans up in the castle?
Speaking of
or how many? I need numbers. I need numbers and people.
The number of concubines they use to breed with the dragons are in dozens.
Okay, so we witnessed a ritual down in the dungeon to where one of the shaman guys converted a bullywog into a half-dragon bullywoggan sort of thing.
Yeah.
How many of those shaman-type people exist and have that capability?
I would estimate roughly 100 different bullywugs of some sort or another within the castle entirely.
We just need a tactical nuke. We need to just blow this area up. Get the.
We just need to burn it down. We just need to burn the whole damn thing down, just like we did at the Roadhouse.
Hey, you know anywhere where I can find some bronze dragons who might be interested in, going to war? Here they like war.
2 bags of holding.
Ah, damn! We could use a couple bronze dragons right now.
Could use just about anything at this right now.
A couple more guildmates, perhaps?
Can we just go out guns blazing?
I don't want to die needlessly.
Too fucking bad.
I know you've had like 6 near-death encounters since me and you became friends.
I have a near-death encounter anytime there's a dragon involved. I am used to it by now.
We are going to die if we go out there. The army of bullywogs are going to eat us as the dragons belt us acid.
Where's Kyle at? Is Kyle still here? He's gone quiet on me.
I'm here.
That's okay. It happens probably really late. Where's that?
I'm here. What you think? What you thinking?
What am I? I'm thinking as a DM what we've had success at doing in the past.
I'm not too worried about the bullywogs. I have the horn. The horn can hold off the bullywogs maybe half a dozen turns.
Unless the wizard dispels them.
About 30 seconds to a minute.
What about if the wizard dispels them?
Got a few more people involved that were player characters.
They can't be dispelled. They'd have to be banished. You would have to dispel the horn as I'm casting it.
Isn't it a magical summons? Aren't they magically summoned?
Yes, but that's not how summoning works, because it's an instantaneous effect.
I mean,
when you summon something, you have to banish them in order to.
Okay.
Or you can just kill them.
Do that.
All right. So
yeah,
fine. Dispelling them not as simple. Okay. But either way,
So we're seriously thinking about this. We're seriously thinking about taking on the 2 dragons and
Yes.
the army.
Well, I can hold most of the army at bay with my horn.
I have 3 issues. 1, I need the dragon in front of me so I can taste its breath. So I can actually kill it. 2, Odo is not in his right mind right now. He's like daydreaming or something, and I don't think he's capable of performing at his peak at this very moment. And 3, we don't know how many bullywurgans there are, and they could just eat your Valhallan people because of the amount of shamans. You remember how I became Tiny
roadies.
Lizard Man? They could turn your crazed roadies into tiny crazed roadies,
and you know what? Then
and then
they'll
the
be
bullywurgans
tiny
eat
crazed
them.
roadies.
And then the bullywurgans will just eat them, and then we
Like
will
a
become
Pac-Man after he eats like one of those caps.
and then we
And then
will
you know
become
what?
tiny,
and they
and the
will try
dragons
to
will eat
destroy
us.
them from the inside out.
Wait, I just had an idea. I could make a meal, a feast, that we could give the lizards to give to the bullywurgans that would poison them, giving them all disadvantage if they eat it.
What if we just poison their food supply?
That's helpful too.
Mr. Lizard, I'm sorry I haven't asked for your name. Do you share a food supply with the bullywurgans, or do you have separate food supplies?
They treat us like scum. We would not share a table with them unless they wanted us to for some reason.
Do they have paste testers to test for poison?
No. I don't know if they're very susceptible to poison or not.
Even a small disadvantage would be helpful.
Even if it was like a sleeping thing that like just made them drowsy.
Unconscious, that'd be
Or
nice.
we teleport circle back to Titan's Gate, get the most lethal poison money can buy, come back, poison their entire food supply, and all the bullywurgans die after a day or 2, and then we come back, and then now it's a lizard folk army versus a couple of dragons and whatever remains.
Your fear of fighting is just so agonizing for a conquering
Okay, look,
paladin.
I told you I have 3 concerns, and 2 of them are real
survive.
legitimate. Fine, your roadies might be able to hold off the bullywurgans. That's the least of my other 2 concerns. 1, I need to be able to touch the dragon. 2, Odo is not in his right mind at the moment, and I don't think he'll be able to perform to the best of his capability.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I guess we'll just cancel it for tonight, I guess, then.
I just...
But,
I mean,
you know, like... What? I mean, we haven't been doing anything for the last 45 minutes, man.
I know. I know, but
And I'm starting to get agitated.
I mean, I'm enjoying it because you're having like a real...
It's
the
very,
first time you've ever had a real moment in a long time.
I'm really not trying to
I
hold up the
understand.
campaign, but I don't want to walk into a TPK just because we want to fight something.
yeah.
You know,
I'm-
you don't make progress if you don't take risks. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a hell of a risk.
Out of character, we kind of boned ourselves into this situation.
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking we just go back to Titan's Gate and wait. Yeah, it's boring. It's
Right.
not the. It's
We-
not the.
we
It's
have-
an
we
exciting
have
combat filled
No
session.
way of finding out where the treasure is because we closed the portal.
Hmm.
And
There's
there were,
no guarantee. There's
You know
no
what?
guarantee that they will reopen the portal or open it in the same place.
I'm with you.
There's no guarantee that we can get back to this castle.
I'm with you.
and
I
we
think-
already searched the quarters of the leadership, and there were no clues there.
We did not search the
Well,
quarters of the
Yes, we
leadership.
did. That was the central tower that we searched last session.
No,
You
that
got-
was like some random guy.
No, that
where
was-
the cult leaders. Yes, the cult leaders. Yes, not the Bullywug leaders.
Correct, and I don't think the
Which are the issue?
So you got a couple possibilities here. In regards to getting close and bringing the dragons down to you. One.
So bait.
No.
How do you propose we bring the dragons down to the ground?
We
Well,
need bait.
no. No, you don't. You just gotta get.
Do you have like a whole
Eyes, Greenlock?
creature or something like that?
No. Eyes, Grelock, or if necessary, cast Fly on. I can cast Fly on Balasar. That way he can get close. That way he and Rigsaw can get close, and I just avoid people and I just heal. Alternatively, if they are still in the sky, they can be ripped out of said sky, courtesy of Odo having telekinesis.
And okay, so great. That's dragons. What about Red Wizard and Resmir?
That I mean, we
Telekinesis?
have to take that as it goes.
They are riding the dragons, rip them off the dragon.
Yeah.
Fall.
We have,
Painful.
we have to hit them first. We have to hit them fast and quick. That's just how
Yeah.
it's gonna have to go.
I mean, if we're that worried about the cult, what we do, I feel, I wish that there was a blank map so that I could actually like map out to do things, but
Just draw on
if
this
we
map.
can, I know, if we can get a flame wall right there, I summon my shitheads over here, and they fight the cultist over there. If they die, they die.
Bullywurgans. I think the Bullywurgans I said were coming from this bottom left, right, Nate?
Right. They were also coming from the bottom left in that.
I'm not
Tower
reminding
there.
you.
Okay.
There's a tower over here
Yep.
that we have not been able to get to.
Yep. Because this is the hallway of death.
Yeah. We don't know if the dragon's still here or not, but we know there was one there. And we know that there's one on top of this building. That's what we got to work with. I don't know who this little butterfly wing frog guy is, but he's there. And we also have a red wizard. And Resmir's somewhere. We do not know anything about Resmir besides that he's with the cult.
And he's a
somehow
half dragon.
Yeah, he's a black half dragon.
So at least he has a breath attack. We know that. Hopefully he doesn't have polymorph or something. Jump on us for another dragon. That was fun.
Does Odo
That's what we have.
or Greylock not know polymorph?
Oh,
I know
God.
polymorph, but getting a dragon to fail a polymorph is fairly difficult.
What about polymorphing
It's
one
Rider.
of us into something that can try to go on par?
What about polymorphing its rider?
You can't. You can only use polymorph to go into like small animals and shit like that.
Oh.
Beasts, dragons
You
are
have to
not
have
beasts.
true polymorph in order to change into something of different size in comparison.
No. Polymorph can be used to change size.
Yeah, it's just a CR requirement.
It's a CR thing. It has to be less than 1.
No, less than or equal to your level.
Oh, so
So a beast of less than or equal to 12.
Biggest legal beast is a giant ape.
mammoth maybe.
Giant apes are stronger.
Okay. I was thinking mammoth is like a large creature. It's got like a bunch of hit points.
So, but
Yeah,
that
was a giant ape.
that would give us a sponge to absorb.
But yeah, no one has polymorpher.
Oh.
No. Well, I have polymorph.
Okay. Yeah.
I also have hallucinatory terrain, which I don't think really helps us that much. I can probably get creative with it, but my spell save DC is not the best.
Well, stay close to me and I can help with that, and I can use heroism to make us immune to fear. Or at least
Heroism's concentration spell.
I understand that, but I could at least make us immune to fear for
and we get the
while.
plus checks for having you close by.
Yes. +4 for being within 10 feet of me.
Charm spells are basically useless against cultists. I know that from experience. I can also slow them down with plant growth. Like, I can plant growth the entire fucking castle, basically. And make everything double difficult terrain.
I can only give 2 people heroism, so that would probably be me and Rigsall.
Well, again, heroism is a concentration spell. You can't do it twice. You have to go into it once.
Well, no, I can upscale it at a different level.
We were scared of nothing. Use plant growth to cause everything in the area we'll be fighting as difficult terrain, and then just use your horn to keep the minions that might get closer away.
Yeah. Well, it's everything in a 300 or in a 100-foot radius.
Right. But
if I'm standing in the middle of a castle, is everything.
Like I was saying, if you use that combination, we should be fine from the minions.
Greylock, you've been really quiet. What's your take on this?
Well, I've already given my strategical advice in regards to, it's where we can rip the dragons and or the dragon riders, or both, out of the sky, courtesy of telekinesis.
But we've already used you for the sending stuff. Are you?
Oh, not me. Odo. Odo has this capability. I don't.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm asking. Okay.
If Odo focuses on keeping the dragons down, I can focus on the initial crowd control effort, because I don't have to concentrate on plant growth. That's just a one-time, like, boop, alright.
Because I am very limited in regards to my spells, because I burned all my 4th level spells, giving Death Ward for half the party.
So we all know what
I burned both my 5th level spells, for both Seeming and for the Teleportation Circle, sending Mulaki back home. And I have my 6th level slot, which is reserved for Mass Cure Wounds at 6th level.
Yeah. And
or a Teleportation Circle, depending on depending on the situation.
Yeah. I will save all of my 1st level spells for healing words to bring people back from death, basically. That is their only purpose.
But reason in regards, I could cast Fly upon you, Balasar. That way you can get into melee with peoples, and I have access to Featherfall.
So
if you do happen to fall, you ain't gonna go splat if they take the battle up high.
Instead of fighting out in the open and allowing us to be surrounded, should we just go back to the other building with the arrow slits and stuff, and then just try to cast spells and create a bunker and just make them come to us?
With the difficult terrain plus the horn, it's already going to be extremely difficult to get those.
Yeah. I'm not worried about the minions, basically. I'm more concerned about the dragons that can fly, and as long as we have some way to keep them down on the ground, you can attack them.
That's what I'm trying to say. The minions, they're not an issue. We already figured out how to beat them. The dragons and the riders.
Okay.
If need be, I can use darkness turn by turn.
I'm asking Greylock, you think we have a chance in this fight? You think this is a fight worth taking?
Greylock, I believe.
It is Greylock. With proper planning, anything is possible.
There are
No.
so many unknown factors.
Now, but yeah, but the issue with me primarily is I'm next to useless offensively. I am good at I can mitigate the spells being thrown at us. I can mitigate and I can provide a limited amount of healing. One to multiple people, and the rest to single peoples. Because I've earned my higher level slots to give us the ability to withstand blows.
Alright. Rigsall, I see you have a lance. That doesn't help you so much when enemies get close. So here's a glaive.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you guys really want to hammer out a plan and catch you next week? I feel pretty bad about this session. It's like you guys didn't do anything but kind of poke around the castle in disguises again.
We tried, man. We tried.
But yeah, I feel like you learned a few things.
Curious, Nate.
What's up?
Did Odo tell you that he changed a lot of the abilities of his spells?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
we
reflavored
worked
them.
together on that.
The damage types of his spell?
Those represent like his work as a wizard to make his own spells.
Okay, because
Like Blade Ball's a reflavor of Fireball and stuff like that.
well, quite frankly, he made bad decisions.
I'm sorry?
He made bad decisions damage type wise. That's just my opinion, though.
So, Alex, I know you're frustrated with the lack of development this session. Do you want to start now, or do you want to pick up next week?
If we're gonna start this, then I'm fine with that. I'm good to go. I need something.
I said I'd back you if you made a play.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? We want to go out in the open and bring the dragons down, or do we want to go into a fortified position and just start using...
I feel like, yeah, if we can maybe get into this side building, although I hate that the Drakes and that one guy is in there. That's annoying.
Okay, well, to start this off, I might be able to take out the Red Wizard really quickly. If somebody can cast Fly on me and Invisibility, I might be able to get close enough to the Red Wizard and just take him out.
Yeah. This goes upstairs, correct? That ladder way?
To the third floor.
Let's go up there and at least see what's up there, right?
Well, let's ask the lizardmen what's up there. Hey, what's up the stairs?
The third floor H. Let me look.
Just a random another room. Hopefully.
I mean, the Red Wizard is one that I'm really worried about. I'm also worried about the little shaman people turning us all into tiny creatures.
Yeah.
We don't ever go up there. I wouldn't suggest going up there.
Why not?
So it's the dragon's lair.
That nobody is taking care of. We've been trying to get the dragons to take care of it, but they don't seem to do it for us.
Spider nest.
Oh no. But we could hide up there.
Yeah, we got the doors spiked shut so that, you know, can't get attacked by the spiders.
All right. I mean, I have nothing more that I need to discuss. I've
That's
already.
also why the roof in the main tower is spiked closed. If it's not the dragon up there, you might get a Roman spider. It's happened.
Well,
Alright, is there a way for me to get fly and invisibility to try to assassinate the red wizard to start this off?
With two wizards, with the two of us, we both have the spell slots required. Odo and I would maintain concentration on both, but it is possible.
Is it advisable? You're the magic experts here. I go out the front door, I fly up as quietly as I can to Mr. Red Wizard, and I stick my sword deep into his mind.
I mean, are you quiet?
I can try to be quiet.
can you use more than one inspiration if multiple people use it on you?
Bardic inspiration, no.
I didn't think so.
Not.
But I
not
can get. I think I get advantage
But
on
sometimes
stealth
I
rolls
let
if I
it-
move at
I
half
let it-
speed.
You'd have advantage regardless, courtesy of the invisibility. The issue is you're wearing quite a bit of armor.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, you know, I hold really still, I fly very slowly up there, and when you see the blood coming from his head, you know I've started. But is that advisable? Is that something, I mean, we don't know the Red Wizard's capability. I could be overreacting, or I could be saving us a lot of grief.
It is a risk that you may take only if we are ready to go immediately afterwards, because you're gonna be right next to it. You're probably gonna be right next to a dragon.
Yes.
So
I mean, if that's the case, then as soon as he attacks, I need to be casting my plant growth.
Black on black action.
Alright. So, is that the plan?
Sounds
that is
good.
a plan, though. Quite frankly, I don't, because of the magnitude of this. Although I can and I do play wizards quite well, it is. I don't think it would be fair if I played the wizard how I would play a wizard, as opposed to Saul playing a wizard.
Gentlemen, you will invoke this plan next time on Dragon Ball Z, I think.
All right,
Is that
sounds good.
okay with everybody else?
Unless
Yeah.
Toonami decides to reprogram it again. Change the captions.
I mean, Dragon Ball Super is over now, so I mean, I've been waiting for like 4 weeks for new Dragon Balls.
Dragon Ball Double D.
Those heavy D's, man.
All right,
Alright.
so if we are